Monday morning, everybody. We're back at it with some unusual whales, tools, use, education, entertainment. It's raining and I'm sweating, but we're here to party. And my microphone, I think, was trying to get us back for the AI overlord jokes, because as soon as I turned my computer on, it started screaming at the boys.
It was crazy. I mean, it was like a bat out of hell. It was amazing.
It was bad.
We both took off our headphones. We're like, what?
That shit was nuts. I don't even know what it was. I had to restart the whole thing. But hey, we're back and we're ready to party. Good morning, everybody. We're going to be doing the same shit we do every single episode. We're going to start off a little bit before open, even though we're late. So I guess we'll do a little bit of it into the open too. A little bit of pre-market prep. Look at some open interest changes from Friday. So feel free to drop ticker and contract requests into the chat throughout the duration of the show. We'll be taking some future scalps as well using gamma exposure tools on unusual whales, so stick around for that. But for now, I mean, I don't really have any kind of exorbitant updates other than I finally got the beautiful, lovely home decor treating Stony Made Trades dress.
Oh, are you going to show us it?
No, I mean, it's not here. I ordered it. What do you mean?
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you ordered it like a week and a half ago.
You'll see it when I enact my punishment. But for those who are unawares,
crazy way to put that.
we promised if enough people signed up during my flash sale, I would do an entire episode in a French-made outfit, and so that's going to happen. We'll be vibing.
Yay.
It'll be great. There definitely won't need any chat moderation on that episode whatsoever. I'm sure everybody who ever views our show is perfectly kosher with their online language. They're not. You're not. I know you're not. Things will be said. Things will be deleted. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
That's a lock-in day for sure.
It's a lock-in day for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you better start planning that out. When's the dress supposed to come?
I mean, I got it on Amazon. It's probably a couple days, but I mean, we'll maybe do it next week. Maybe we can make it a Friday fun day stream, since that's basically what's going to be.
Tucker's not here on Friday.
Yeah,
Tucker's not here on Friday.
Yeah, but he's the one who wants it the most, so he's the one who should get it the least.
I will be here Friday next week. Not this Friday, but I will be here Friday next week.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and jump right into shit. We've got people filing in slow and steady, but we'll go ahead and start looking at some Friday flows, baby. We do have one specific request from SK on the Substack, looking at the Walmart $132 call for the 22nd.
Yeah, let me pull that up here. Walmart 120 call for the 22nd. Let's take a peek here. 522 120 call.
132 call.
132. Okay. 132 call for 522. There we go. I was gonna say, didn't look the best, but all right, let's take a peek here. So looks like started seeing some volume, most of that volume there on 514. Not a full carryover, as same with 515. Only about half of that volume's kind of carrying over into that open interest. Let's just kind of go back and take a peek there. And so if we're looking at 514 here, kind of being that start date, you're seeing all this kind of, it's all bunched together here. I'll do it like this. There's not really a clean signal on this at all. Just kind of a lot of just random volume more so there. And it's not all carrying over either. So just kind of a lot of contracts changing hands on this one. I probably wouldn't try to chase anything out of this. I know Walmart has earnings. I believe it's this Thursday. 3 days. So, yeah, what's 3 days? The 22nd. So, Thursday, yes, correct. I was like, math is not math in this early in the morning. Yeah, I'd say on that specific chain, I'm not really seeing anything of interest there, just with all that kind of too much volume in here to kind of pick out a singular whale. And even your kind of larger kind of volume spikes there, looks like there's kind of some copies of that within there. So even that, you can't really get a clean read on this chain specifically. We want to look at some other open interest here as well. Let's see. A lot of puts carried over, kind of. I mean, on my filter, at least my ask side filter here. I think I'm in my
Yeah,
ask
we
side.
had some
Yes, I am.
spiciness going down on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, a lot. One I am keeping an eye on too. I was looking at those 821 SWKS 80 calls there. These came in right before close here. Really interesting too. Just looking at the last like 14 days here. There's, I mean, absolutely barely any option volume overall. Just kind of one of those flat lines there, and then your big spike here on Friday here, kind of near close, and that raw flow did not look horrible here. Just kind of looking at it here. Oops, I don't know why I did that.
Because you're silly
Like
goose.
this. Yeah, that too. Flow's coming in here. So both are technically kind of openers there at the time. So you're seeing that little bag there saying that it's a opening trade there. So you had 2,000 come in, followed by another 18,000 there. I will make a very strong assumption that trades are more than likely related to each other. They're the same second, same heavy size there after a name. Again, we don't see a lot of size on there.
So now we know that they're cousins.
Yep. These are a little longer dated, 95 days out though. Earnings in 78 days. But yeah, I like that kind of spot price increase there and your IV increase. I'm keeping an eye on these for myself, and I love that they put in this nice, really cool little heat zone thing and the gamma thing over the weekend. That is absolutely cool. I was messing around on
dope.
Saturday
I need to start
night
playing with some of these because it just looks so cool.
I saw it Saturday and I was like, holy crap, this is super cool. But yeah, so now I mean, I'm just kind of, I mean, you just, and everything's kind of laid out here for you too, which is really nice there. I mean, you can just see where that kind of gamma decay over time is on the expirations in here. Just really cool. I'm obviously just got put in probably Saturday at some point, but yeah, really cool there to kind of just see that there, and you can also see that kind of in this area here as well too. But yeah, like I mean, it's got all your kind of good information in here that one would need here. I am keeping an eye because that call wall is up at 80 there, which that is your highest amount of gamma exposure there. And
Skyworks is yet another semiconductor company.
I'm watching that call wall at 80 there though, so that typically can act as a magnet there with your put wall here at 65, which would be your kind of support, which we're not too far from that support there. Good ways up to go to get to that call wall there. So, and yeah, just one that I'm kind of keeping an eye on there. Yeah, I was looking through. I was just popping in random names. I'm just like, this is so sweet. This is so sweet there.
We've got other gamma exposure updates coming too, especially to Periscope. Those of you who don't know, currently the attributed market maker positioning on our gamma exposure tool Periscope is 10 minutes for each update. That's going to be 1 minute in the very near future, sooner than you'd think. So if you're a gamma trader, that I'm not trading without that tool ever again, personally. I know I got a little bit of an employee bias there, but my trading is a lot more confident with it. I refuse. I mean, there was that one day where several exchanges were having severe data issues. I didn't have Periscope for like 3 hours. I didn't trade. It feels even with the price action, because I trade Periscope plus price action. I'm using essentially S&P data to trade the NASDAQ just because that's what I learned how to scalp on. And it feels blind without Periscope now. So I don't touch it unless I got Periscope open. We'll be doing a lot more of that into the open. I've convinced Anthony, for those who missed an episode or are new here, I've convinced him to take a stab at some future scalping as well via prop firm practice, baby. A little bit on the line, but nothing crazy. So, we're gonna be playing some patty cake with scalping moving
Nothing
forward.
crazy, then what's the point, man? Come on.
Hey, fair enough. I mean, I have to do it in a dress next week, dude. So that's a little.
You know what? There's the point. I found the point.
Tucker's like, that's just a
so
Tuesday
terrifying
for me, bro.
Hell yeah.
Tucker's like, I'm gonna do that after the show. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We're going to have to do a whole episode dedicated to his walk-in wardrobe.
You can see my closet back there. There ain't nothing back there.
All right, what else we got punting around in here? Let me check Substack. I know we had some general ticker requests, but that Walmart was the only specific contract so far. As we go along, everybody, you can, again, feel free to drop tickers, actual contracts that you already are looking at that you want broken down. We might not get to it right away, but the chat will stay there for us. I know if you're on Twitter, it disappears on mobile. It does not disappear for us, so we'll get to it. Don't you fret. Or do fret. I mean, it's Monday, and that's about it. That's it. Yeah. I'm up and moving and full of energy and spunk.
Huh? This guy's full of spunk?
I don't know how you're that.
I
wish
know
I
if
had
all that many
energy.
people are going to be full of spunk when I wear that dress, but we'll figure it out.
Whoa!
Oh, that's gonna be terrifying, man. That's gonna be terrifying. I'm just kind of looking through just a lot of short-dated stuff that's really far out of the money that doesn't really entice me that much. I don't like the short stuff very far out of the money. Theta's gonna eat them away pretty quick. Yeah, I'm just kind of glancing through here, and I mean, it's nothing super interesting. 11 days. I mean, 40% out of the money for 11 days, something like that's pretty far. Pretty far. How about these SoFi 6/18/18 calls? These at least are kind of reasonable here. This one again, a lot of open interest on some of these names already. I mean, kind of looks like an opener there. Yeah, just nothing super enticing to me here. Let's just kind of see here. Just kind of scanning through
This
here.
is that high-octane shit we thrive on Monday mornings.
Yeah, let's take a peek at our bid side here. Like this, this is what I'm looking for. I mean, these are potentially just face value sell to open
Real
these
quick,
there.
right above you, what sickens me is that $12 puts on Wolf are 46% out of the money. I own Wolf shares at like 96 cents per share and $1.10 per share, and I sold them all at $1.50. Just like the Hood snafu, where I called Hood at $11 and then never once touched it on the way up. I did the same shit with Wolf, except with Wolf, it wasn't my call out. I actually got that from a future saw me in Fish and Enzyme. He's the one who pointed me toward Wolf. And I had a really good cost per share, but I'm an idiot and thought that 40% on those shares was a banger. I was right.
I mean, it technically
It's
is. It
bullshit.
technically
It
is.
It's not as cool as 20,000%, but I digress. Back to that AAOI.
20,000.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
So just kind of like face value here, like from a like sell to open standpoint. These are very short dated, and look at how far out of the money they are. I can probably just kind of, without even looking at it, assume there that they're probably sell to open there. I mean, you just look at them knowing they're 57% out of the money. Look at the Greeks on these things. These barely have a delta. They have a theta of 12 cents. So with these contracts being priced, let's just say roughly 13 cents. It looks like we closed at 30 here on Friday. I don't know what AAOI is right now. 196.39. What did we close at on it? Let's just go take a peek. So yeah, I mean these are going to be worthless at open there. I mean we were down 6.5% there on Friday, and we're up 3% today. Yeah, those contracts are toasted open. So I mean that's what I'm looking for when I'm kind of looking at the sell to open stuff. Obviously, a little late to chase something like this now because they're pretty much all they're going to be worthless to open
just
there.
for like general additional context for anyone that's kind of new, if you short a contract, what he's saying there about them being worthless at open is what you want. You want that.
Yep.
Because when you sell a contract to open, you want the stock price to go in the opposite direction because you sold something you don't even have. So you could think of it as selling on credit. You receive a credit for what you sold because you don't actually own it. The more value that contract loses, the more of that credit you received, you get to pocket. So when you sell something to open, that's part of why when we talk about those end-of-week flows that are really far out of the money with an expiration today, tomorrow, those are mostly short. They're trying to snag that premium as that contract expires worthless. So AAOI is probably going to be a happy camper come open.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to be
I'm
anyway.
gonna
That's
assume-
so far out of the money, too.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, you never say never, but you get what I'm kind of going at. Even the AXTIs here, I mean, they're up 1% pre-market right now. These are 64% out of the money. Like, I mean, contract premiums 8 cents out. So I mean, these are just clear premium grabs here, and I mean, obviously, anything can happen, and doesn't necessarily always mean like this is a bullish trade, because anything can happen. Somebody can get filled at the bid, and they're truly trying to get puts, but the odds are in your favor that these are premium sells. I mean, very high 90% chance, I would say, and the way it's opening up, I don't think anybody would argue with that here. Looks like Tucker's dropping a couple contracts in here for me to take a peek at.
Spam that shit. Spam it.
Let's see. So the upstart.
Just real quick, I'm looking at NQ while he pulls that up. I've had these levels drawn for a hot second now, and they're currently being obeyed after that Friday move. We held underneath that 29,181. That's been a bit of an inflection point for me anytime they dip below it and reclaim. And as you can see, boom, up a good 200 points from there before a rejection near those highs. They almost got 420. That would have been fun. Start Monday off right, feel me? But they've rejected that, and now they're kind of coiling below 29,386, which is kind of that last bastion to get back up to those all-time highs that we visited last week. Right now, this rejection is something I'm looking at as we come into open. I'm going to see where our S&P gamma exposure is sitting. Momentum traders are going to want to see them burst back through this level to continue. I see some really good opportunities for back testing, possibly a short out of the gate. But we'll keep an eye on it. The stop would have to be pretty damn high, almost 100 points up. So I'm just going to see what we get on Periscope once the market opens, and we might be able to put a little something on earlier than usual. Because usually we wait 10 to 15 minutes to start scalping to form a little bit of an opening range. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it today, though, for something quicker. That is all. Back to the flow.
Cool.
I got to get better about doing a little bit of NQ look-ats. We only got 1 minute left, but we'll go a little bit farther into market open with some of these past flows that we're looking at, just because we started a little late. But we'll keep things loosey-goosey and fun all episode.
Yeah.
Well,
so
fun is subjective, but you feel me.
So Tucker didn't give me a date for the upstarts here, so I'm just kind of looking at that 35 overall kind of strike there.
Didn't give me a date, okay? If you give me a date, I'll give you the date.
Well, I gotta blame you. I'm just kind of looking here at that volume on here. The only one that kind of looks maybe interesting here to me could be that 618.35 put here, just because it's a clean, kind of clean here. Actually, maybe not so clean there.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't like it if it's clean. Dirty bastard.
Hold on.
I mean,
this is important. It's more important than the market open and me being right out of the gate. It's real quick. I just wanted to toot my horn. Look at that beautiful rejection at 386. We're down 80 points from there already. I did not enter because our man Brad from the Unusual Whales community just. I did not get a pink one though, Brad. I did not get a pink one, but he made.
I gotta see it. Hold on. That is terrifying.
Dude, look like a lady. That's beautiful. It even has the furry thighs. I don't know about the forearms. My forearms aren't that jacked, Brad. We're gonna have to work on that. But that's a good way to start market open. It also, the way the AI made my face is kind of creepy, but it's pretty close. That's pretty close. I'm assuming you fed it the thumbnail.
Definitely.
That is terrifying. That is absolutely
Absolute
scary.
cinema. This is what you guys are getting. All right, let me see
that's
if
terrifying.
NQ bounces out of this as well. Keep those tickers and flows coming. We'll keep looking at them. I'm just looking for a little bit of greed because I didn't trade on Friday. But I do have my TradeAvate account back. See, I'm not on the paper account anymore, and I don't look like an asshole. I still look like an asshole.
Yeah, you do.
I want a test of the 350s area to get a safe short. Otherwise, there's still, right here, right now, can be a little bit of support from that overnight motion. So around the 280s. If they knife right through that, I don't have support until the 180s. That's super strong. A little bit in the lower 200s from these last rejections before the breakout pre-market. Just keeping an eye on it for now. We'll get to Periscope in a bit. We do want to, both Anthony and I like giving it one update out of the open before we get too cocky. But I'll keep an eye out for setups.
Yeah, keeping an eye. Yeah, 19% of the money, a little deep in the money there for me. Let me just, I will do that. I'll also do the, shit, what one was it? The 618.35 call. Otherwise, yeah. And this one almost, I mean, most of that 43.26 came in there on the 11th, or most of that volume came in there on the 11th. Handful of it carried over. Looks like contract handoff here on 5/12 only had about 420 contracts carry over out of 2258 traded there. Can kind of see that volume spike there on the 12th. Looks like I mean they're still in just kind of visually good decent chunk of their trade there. I mean, let's see, they got it in 84, maybe cut some to 69, and they're back up to 109 there. Yeah, otherwise not really, without a specific contract there, I could guess calls and puts all day. And then we also had the 45 strike on upstart here. Just kind of looking through here. Yeah, I mean, they all have a lot of open interest. So, I mean, if you had kind of an expiration and specific specific expiration that you wanted there. Looks like it was a 45 call though. So yeah, maybe that 918 there. Just kind of guessing there, and it looks bid side here, 55% out of the money. Kind of far out of the money. Let's just see how it looks here.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really too interested in that flow there. Everything just kind of stays the same. Yeah, if you got a if you got a special specific contract and expiration, that would help. Tucker also sent over from Substack for SK. So
SK game.
Hey, maybe.
Jogador brasileiro.
Just kind of looking here at that overall kind of volume and open interest here. There's been a lot of volume, and you're not seeing that full open interest change there. I'd kind of say this one's probably a little too messy, especially after that 515 on Friday there. 11,000 contracts traded. You only had 865 carryover, so a lot of contracts kind of getting bounced around there on Friday. And let me just pop this back to Friday. Yeah, you just see all those kind of volume. There's nothing really super interesting in that there for me. Now, today, you have one massive candle so far of 23.21. Doesn't look directional at all, really, to me. You got a mix of ask, mid, and bid on that one. I'd probably say nothing on this one as of right now. The interesting thing I did see about now, though, is since we are talking about that, that's one name I was messing around with on Saturday there. This one, maybe it was. Let's just kind of take a peek in here. So yeah, your absolute gamma's at 100. So I mean, you're pretty much there right now. And if they get to that absolute gamma is just, and I think, can you scroll this and does it have it? I swear, yes. I was like, I pretty sure I saw that. Yeah. So I mean, if you got a question of what that like, yep.
I'm sitting here trying to get in shape slowly but surely, and Fucking site already has abs. All right, real quick, I'm short, and I'm about to close it already. We're coming on to that support I mentioned earlier in the 940s. I'm going to take my $100 here. Fucking nailed it. I really wish I was on screen for it, but I was chasing. We're up about... I did take one pre-market scalp that lost me about $50, so we're up about $100 on the day. No complaints from me there. I'm going to stop interrupting. We'll get to a Periscope breakdown here in a bit, but we're coming up to a major positive gamma level on SPX. That is part of also why I closed out right there. A lot of positive gamma built up below us, but also above us without a lot of negative in between. So pretty much every single one of these big green bars, at least how I scalp Periscope, are potential support and resistance zones the whole way down and the whole way up. The widest range we have is 7,500, clear down to 7,350 for all expirations. On the 0 day, it's not that different other than our current zone here is the negative gamma zone for 0 days with our setup actually above us. So keeping an eye on that. Don't want to sit in a trade for too long. I'll take our 100-some bucks there and fuck off for now. But nice little scalpy poo to start the day off, baby. We're in business.
There you go.
And if I nail it again, y'all, if I nail it again, if we nail one more scalp this morning, I'm going to drop a serious discount code for y'all. But stay tuned, because I got to win again. You guys' discount relies on me not sucking, so don't hold your breath. But stick around a little bit further in the episode. We'll see if I nail it again. All right, I'm going to shut the hell up, Anthony. Let's take a look at what you're looking at.
No, you're good. I see now. I keep wanting to pop everything into that gamma heat zones map now.
It looks cool, dude.
It's interesting. I'd be cautious. I mean, you got a call wall about. Yeah, I mean, man, I was in this thing Saturday and I was like, this is sweet. This is sweet. But I mean, it's gonna kind of tell you what your info is over here, so you don't have to really guess too much, I'd say. I do like see the absolute gamma is at 100, which is also a call wall there, which, you know, it's likely to act as a magnet, but they will sell into that as we get to that too, so keep that in mind. And I like how they put in little notes with it too. That is absolutely cool. That is super cool. But yeah, I mean, just kind of overall looking, I mean, they are a lot of heavy positive gamma there on that daily gamma there. Yeah, it's a really cool kind of little addition they did. I like how they put that in too on that.
Oh, the flips
on the gamma exposure by strikes. Yeah, that is absolutely cool.
The devs are going ham on gamma stuff. So definitely pay attention to those updates, folks. We even have the changelog dealio that pops up on the main page that you can see in the upper right-hand corner once it's there. As he just doxes his email edge. Oh no, you can hide it. Oh, what a man. Yeah, they'll update and roll stuff out in there at intervals of necessity. That's a fucking word. Holy shit.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Early Monday morning, man. But yeah, I'd say nothing on that specific now contract, just kind of a lot of contracts being punted around to each other there. So I probably wouldn't look for anything on that one. Otherwise, yeah, it looks like we're kind of caught up with the chat. What's hitting my feed right away here?
Still watching the same NQ setup. They held the support that I anticipated initially, came up and rejected the top of that breakout range from the pre-market. So if they lose this, I think we're going to get that 181 test from above, but there's teeny tiny supports on the way down, so I'm not going to chase it. If I were to chase it, my stop would be about 30 points above us at that last rejection there, because that's a little bit of a stair step down. It's just not super defined yet, but we do finally have net put premiums overtaking net call premiums. If you were watching right out of the open, it was quite the opposite before the dump. So right now, options premiums are kind of moving in line with equity price action at the moment. 73.90 would be my first target down here, but I still don't feel comfortable enough to just chase without a higher back test, especially with that heavy positive gamma at 74.25, and then in the whole range from 40 to 60. So right now, hands off until we get a clear rejection for continuation or a cleaner recovery to try to get on the long side. But that support level that I pointed out earlier after I got out of that short is basically the main entry long, but it's too late for me. I don't like sitting in a trade with 50 points of drawdown for the stop out.
There
All right,
you
what are
go.
we looking at with
I'm
HIMS?
these hit my filter right away. These are interesting to me. Kind of looks like a dip by Hims. Hims is down like 7% there. Nice Ivy spike when it comes in. Spot is filling at the ask. Nothing in that flow to me would suggest that it's a sell of any sort. Yeah, Hims is down 8.5% on the day here, and they're right at the money here too. So I mean that is interesting there. I mean potential little a little dip by there. I mean, you're down significantly on, and you're being traded at the money there. Yeah, it would be kind of ballsy to be selling calls right at the money on something that's down almost 9% on the day there, but they are weeklies, so I would
I'd
kind
be
of put that in
puckered
my.
selling calls at the
I,
money.
yeah, especially on something down that much on the day there. That is something. So that's one I'm keeping an eye on here too. Yeah, just getting kind of a lot of those AAOI. Hey, we were just talking about AAOI
We were.
pre-market there too.
That
So
Nasdaq just kicked out the floor of that support, so 181 test I think is inevitable. I should have chased, but hey, we're being more responsible with our decision making. We get
yeah,
spicy sometimes. I rarely will momentum trade, but when I do, I feel like the Dos Equis guy.
yeah. These
Yeah, that's
AAOIs, I'm
crazy
not
stuff.
really getting. It's a pretty big spread there. I mean, a 40-cent spread. I mean, especially if you're trading size, can be a lot there. Um, just kind of looking at these here when they come in. So it is technically treating that as an ascending fill there. You got that pop to 570, then up to 620. Um, yeah, I don't know how big of a fan I am chasing something that's down 13%, or not down, geez, that's 13% out of the money there when we're already down 8% on the day there. I mean, this would be, if I'm taking something like this, it's going to be a momentum, probably a day trade there. I would have a very tight stop on that there. Just something like that. I'm just not a big fan. I mean, like, if you're down like 0.25%, that's different, but you're down over 7.5%. That's a significant drawdown on any name there. Um, yeah, just kind of poking around here. Let's
These
see. How about
bounces on the
those?
Nasdaq still getting sold off. We are almost to that 181 target, but I am not gonna have the balls to long right off of it. Here we are. We're right at it right now. Let's see if they kick out the chair here. Holding as high as 155 to 115 range on the Nasdaq can keep this in a bit of a bullish pattern from the overnight session. But if they drop the floor here, it can get spicy for people who are still long. They made that stair step I was looking for. It unfortunately happened a little too fast for me to just jump right in, and that's okay. We're 1 for 2 this morning. If I hit one more spicy trade, I'm going to hit you guys with a 25% discount to every single tool on the site. Those kinds of discounts only available on the show, and they're not going to be every episode. I'm going to start spacing them out, even though we've had it basically every episode for 2 weeks now. I'm going to space those out moving forward. So these 25% discounts will only happen and be available to people who catch the show and hang out with us and talk some shit in chat. Otherwise, nobody else is even going to see that these codes exist, and they will expire pretty damn quick. So let's see if I can get another clean setup to get in line with these sellers and see if we can't succeed again to give you guys a little bit of spice for the site. I want them to bounce basically back up to the bottom of that drop. So another 20 to 30 points here, and I'll be eyeballing a trade. All right, what else are we looking at here before we give homies a discount that neither you nor I ever saw when we weren't affiliated with Unusual Whales?
Yeah, I mean my filter's just kind of slow off to start the day there, 717, AO5, 55. I mean, these came in right at open there. I like to wait for everything to kind of just settle a little bit, just because, it's. And even this one, just kind of looking at it here, say that price is staying the same here, and I'm just seeing that kind of IV drop at the end there. These came in a minute after open, so I mean that right there would kind of tell me like, I'm not gonna find anything interested in that one. I don't like that IV dropping there right at open. It's a minute right after open, so things can be a little funky pricing wise on the contracts right away as they kind of set the prices there. So I would be hands off on something like that, and it looks like, I mean, it's bouncing up a little anyways right now. So, just I'm always cautious at open there, especially if something's coming in a minute right after open. So it's like, you gotta be careful. Ooh, they're moving down a little bit on Periscope there. I just looked at that update.
Yeah. We're getting some positions moving down. NASDAQ so far failed to reclaim that 181 level. I'm hesitant to chase because, again, that's about a 60-point stop out. I don't have that kind of drawdown tolerance, so I got to wait a moment. If they get about back to that 196 area, I might take a stab at it with about a 20-point stop. So we'll see what they give me here. I will holler and hoot if I get back in. So I'll keep you posted, y'all. If you're just getting in here...
You're hollering and hooting all the time.
I know, but I'm going to hoot and holler more.
True.
More.
Very true.
More. There are rejecting that 181, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to be a little bit more patient here. I want to nail it so y'all can get that discount, baby.
Yeah, I'm eyeballing a short with you, too.
I got to wait to see if they take out that last stair step at 29,204. We're trading at 190s right now on the NASDAQ. If this rounds the bottom here and they overtake this last stair step, I'm going to be looking for longs. But until then, we're starting to get a Periscope set up to the downside. Finally, I'm keeping an eye on it. Keeping an eye on it. But they got a long way they can bounce and still stay bearish. They got a long way they can fall and still stay neutral to bullish. So kind of a see money, take money, even though the trajectory currently is to the downside. This is a good bounce spot that I pointed out after the open in those 130s to 120s. If they get a good little oomph here, we're going to have to be waiting again, and that's okay.
That is fine. Give me an entry. Give me an entry. That's the way I'm looking at it.
There's that Eric Andre gif when you need it.
Yeah. All right, let's just see. I'm watching that tide. Yeah, market tide is absolutely bearish here. What are we looking at here? Oh, we'll get another update here in a minute.
Yeah.
A couple minutes, sorry. Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, I'd love for us to get that 74.20. That is kind of where I'm targeting for a possible short. If I want to be aggressive, that would 74.15.
Be a really good entry, I agree. Up at the top end of that negative gamma zone. They don't get the push back up through that. We can get our spice. I'm eyeballing the NASDAQ for an entry here, but my stop is super tight. All right, I am in. Very small size. Let's keep an eye on this bad boy. I would like a new low, but I'm not going to hold my breath. We're up about 10 points right here, right now. Keeping an eye on it. My stop is wider than I like to have. So let's see if they hold these 160s, 150s. If they do, I'm going to go ahead and move my stop down a little bit. We're risking about 80 bucks on this trade, and it's a little bit of a testy spot here. They bounced where I was kind of worried they would at the 150s. If they stop me out, we'll be about break even on the day, and that's all right. I'm going to nail it for you guys. We're getting that discount out. We're getting that damn discount out. Let's keep an eye on this for just a second here. If they pop back above here, I'm going to go back to sitting on my hands and waiting for a rejection higher or a reclaim of these rejections before to try to get long. Right now, our setup is still down. So if they tag me out, I'm still going to be looking for that short entry unless we get a gamma update that says otherwise. But we stay chill even when we lose, boys. Let's hang out. They're getting really close to that stop here, about 7 points away. If they tag me out, I'm going to be eyeballing the 30s for the same trade. All right, they got me on that one. Let's see if they can reclaim the 30s and turn this thing back bullish for the buyers. I will let you know if I get back in something, homies. As always, folks, feel free to keep dropping your ticker and flow requests. You got us for a couple more hours. We'll be doing this for a hot minute this morning. All right, we are about break even. I called that perfectly. We're hanging out. We're hanging out.
Getting the top, getting right to my entry, right as we're about to get the Periscope update. This is what I'm looking for
testy,
usually.
Dude. This is where I'm really excited for the 1 minute. I'm so excited for the 1 minute.
Yeah, I want to see what this update is. I mean, they're slamming puts on the interval.
This can itself back up bullish on the NASDAQ. It can even turn into a head and shoulders and go right the hell back down. So I'm waiting to see how the S&P reacts to kind of this last bastion of positive gamma here.
Waiting for our update here. Okay, come on. Can we speed up the minute? Can we hit the the auto sim 1 minute?
The auto sim
that update. All right, so there's our update.
Nice little bouncy poo on the NASDAQ. I'm still waiting.
I'm snagging a put here. I'm gonna snag a put here.
He's going.
I almost hit buy market there.
He's going in.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Yeah, that was a little terrifying.
It happens, but it's always upsetting when you order the wrong thing. I have more times than once, let me tell you, clicked the wrong shit. My girlfriend can attest to how many times I have entered the wrong side of a trade on accident with my fat, stupid fingers, dude. Way too often. Way too often.
I'm going to give this guy a little bit to play out here. I'm just going to watch that 74.25 here right now, see if we can sell into that strength there and accelerate back down here. We'll keep an eye on her. Keep an eye. We're getting that little rejection.
Need something more firm. That update gave a little bit more of that positive gamma where we are coming off, but nothing dramatic. We're just kind of in that either direction range again, right at the top of the negative gamma zone. They can push here. I'm with Anthony. I expect at least a little pullback first, but hey, it takes one tweet to send this 50 points up for no damn reason, as we've all seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my risk if we hold above that 74.25 here. But yeah, I mean the lower gamma is
below. Why don't you go ahead and pop over to Market Tide, see how we're doing on net premiums quick? Because I like to keep that in my back pocket.
Calls are kind of
It's just moving in
up
line,
a little bit.
though, so nothing super preemptive here. I'm up about $20 on this short. If they bounce out of this, I have support like 10 points down from right here. I might just flatten and look for a new entry, but let's see what this 1 minute candle has in store for.
Yeah, seems I'm watching with you. I'm down 10 on mine. Yeah, we got the rejection there, 74.25. So
you can keep those tickers coming, folks. The only pauses we'll really be taking from site breakdowns and shit will be when we're in these trades. So don't you fret and stick around. Our next winning trade will spawn a 25% discount to the site. So let's try not to suck so we can hook the homies up, Anthony. All right, I got stopped there for that 10 points. Like I said, I moved my stop down just because of the squeeze potential in this range.
Yep,
this can go as high as 386 and still be bearish. But even above that, there's not so much to the upside that I'm going to be sweating my ass off if I'm trying to get a short. But right now, we're back testing these prior breakout range. Basically, right here at the 290s to 300 is where we broke out in the pre-market. I'm going to be looking for that as a little bit of resistance as well. But until then, we're going to sit on our hands here and chill.
Yeah, that downside looks good. It's just not
but they
following
are
through
getting
yet.
some good buyers in here right now. And actually a decent amount of volume, too. Like, it's not exorbitant or extravagant, but there's a decent amount of buyers pushing this up right now. But like I said, we got a lot of resistance on the way up.
Yeah, I'm watching that premium, the call premium on SPY dipped a little bit there, so maybe a little profit taking going on in there. Yeah, I'm eyeballing that short right now. Eyeballing that short. We'll get another update here.
We'll
probably have enough.
Because it does have a ways to go on the NASDAQ at least, where they can still form that bullish W pattern that I hate as someone who mostly shorts. It could head and shoulders as well. So this is almost 50-50 for me, so I'm waiting a second. If we get a really strong rejection and push down from here, I'll probably jump right back in, but this is kind of sitting on my hands. They're starting to form a little bit of a bullish pattern on the NASDAQ. I'm not going to force a trade.
Yeah, I might even wait for this next update too.
Yeah, I'm going to give it some breathing
anything.
room. A lot of trading you
Excellent.
folks will find is waiting. And for someone who's like a spaz like me, as you've seen, waiting sucks, but it's part of the shtick. A very big part of the shtick. But we're hanging out. We're hanging out. All right, let's start looking at some flow shit. I'll try to keep an eye on Periscope and the NASDAQ, see if we can't catch a new entry. But right now, I am waiting to see if they break out or give me that rejection I want to see. We'll hang out. Vibing.
Yeah, I'm just eyeball. Yeah, what a rocket up there, man.
Yeah, that's some serious pushing. I kind of expect to see some repositioning in that gamma profile once we get that update.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
kind of
I
why
am
I'm
frothing
holding
at the
off
mouth
there.
for 1 minute updates. I cannot wait. I think the show's gonna be a lot more exciting too, because I'll have much more clarity on entries and exits.
Finally.
I'm very
Oh,
excited.
God.
All right, I'm short and I'm already about to take it off. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. See money, take money when we've got these buyers. Let's see what they give me right here, right now. My target's technically down here and lower at that 181 again, but I'm not gonna risk it because those buyers were coming in. If they bounce this right here, I'm out. All right, baby, let's go. I'm out. Close enough. Right here's that same support range. If they knife below this and then reject from above, I'm just going to fucking do it again because I like shorting. And what that just did, I said if we nail one more trade, I'm going to give the first discount for today's episode. If you're watching, you're the only one who gets to see this shit. 25% off any tier on the site. Your first 3 months for monthly. Your first year for annual. Code NAILED IT. NAILEDIT. 25% off your first 3 months. Any flow tier, any API tier. First year if you get the annual. Nailed it, because we nailed it twice. And I said we'd do it, so we're doing it. This is not going to happen on Wednesday. So this is pretty much the last chance of the week to get this. And like I said, only WhaleWatch viewers even know this exists. It's all you, all now. I'm going to flash this on screen just a few more times during the episode. This code will not last beyond today. It's got a set number of uses. Once those run out, the code will be nuked. So I imagine this will be gone by like 5 p.m. Eastern at best as people start watching the replay of the episode. So if you're here, you're the first one to get it. You're the only ones on the internet who get this discount. Please take advantage of that. Plus, it makes me feel good that you guys are learning and start making money with us. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. All right. I'm still looking for a new entry. I'm going to be honest. I'm feeling greedy. That felt good. We are no longer break even on the day, folks. We're back up about $100 on the account. We're hanging out. We're hanging out.
I'm waiting for this update before I do anything.
That's fair. It was
waiting
like
for
it was
that
a very
update.
it was just a quickie, man. You're fine. They rejected where I wanted them to for a pullback. I don't know that I necessarily think they're going to knife it back down. They rejected this little breakout range like I was saying, and that was my entry. But down here we have these little mini supports on the comeback. The full target would have been right about here at 208, which is right at the top of that little flag from the drop. We didn't quite get there, but we got close enough. We got within 6 points of that. Close enough is fine. It kind of looks like they're going to set up to take it down to that 181 again. I'm not going to chase here, though. We're sitting nice. We're up about $100. We're not going to force it. We succeeded enough to give the homies a discount. I'm going to sit and wait, but here comes that test. Right here is what I wanted. If they kick this floor out, this is going to be a nice fat head and shoulders, but we're keeping an eye on it. This can bounce good and firm right at this 181 level. If you recall, when I was talking about it in pre-market, that 181 has been a bit of a pivot point for a while now. Rejection, up into the move upward, and then they finally took it out, held it as support 1, 2, 3 times, a brief trip below, a little bit of back testing in the pre-market, and then once they conquered it again, back tested it once, that set us up for the breakout that we saw up into the 415s. So I'm kind of expecting this to hold a support again, But like I said on this first loss of it, if they kick that chair out, there's a long way down that they can travel and still not take away from the overall bullish structure we were seeing most of next week. So I'm sitting on my hands now. We are 2 for 3, and we're going to chill. We're going to chill. I'm going to flash that code one more time. If you missed it, it is nailed it for 25% off just about goddamn everything. So check that shit out, folks. This is what we do with these tools intraday. And every flow review you've been seeing us do this morning and will continue to do for several more hours is how we trade that flow for longer swing trades. Sometimes intraday if it moves just in time, but
And
we'll see what
I want to know if you use the code. Send something in the chat. Let us know you got it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Make sure it works.
I mean, we can
make sure it
also
works.
too. Yeah,
we
if it
can
doesn't work, we'll help you
implement
out.
we can implement another Nicholas punishment, but I figured we would do that. I mean, we can get a head start on it. I just don't know what it would be because you're already gonna make me wear a dress.
Let's get the first one out of the way first.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. You know what? How about we'll talk about what it can be if they get enough, but we won't announce it to them until I've received my current punishment.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that way it's like planned and set up,
Yeah.
and I don't have to wait 3 weeks for me to buy a dress like this time. But no, I'm not shaving my head. That's not gonna happen. All right, Nasdaq is setting up for a new low of the day here. Let's see what they do. This
Yeah,
can
I
still
got my
do the W
rejection.
of death for shorts, but we have lost 181 again. If they can backtest it without taking back 200, I'm going to short again. If they take back 200, I got to wait till higher, just like we did for this rejection at 310. But we're not going to chase. But this is looking good if anybody had the balls to hold that short longer than me.
Yeah, I kind of hit my target at that update too. Dang. I'm looking at update. They moved a lot up there at 74.50 there, and I mean a lot of that kind of dropped off down, and they moved it up a teeny bit here. Oh, if we can get to 74.05 here, I might snag along. Here.
Dude, it's going to be fun as you get more and more used to scalping futures because I'm such a coward about longs. We'll just be playing ping pong. Like, I'll short, you'll catch the bottom for the long. We're just taking turns here.
I mean, I switched up there quick. I mean, I was short there, and I got stopped out on that little rise, but I snagged along there, and I'm watching that right now here.
Those of you just filtering in on Substack, feel free to make ticker and contract requests. I see we got a new little influx of homies. Substack's kind of new, so I know you guys aren't super affiliated with the show quite yet, but this is basically all it is. We take trades, we talk shit, we do flow. So if you got any requests, etc., go ahead and drop those in the chat there on Substack or YouTube or Twitter, wherever the hell you're hanging out. Drop them and we'll break that shit down for you.
Tucker did drop me.
I'm really good at looking stupid.
Tucker dropped me one here from Jose. Can you please investigate the volume on August 21, 2026 for SPY put showing 10,500K volume bought on Friday, May 15th? Not sure how to search for that.
I'm going to pretend I heard everything you just said and trust you'll figure it out.
The not how to search that was me, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm like, this is like a long thing. I'm like, what?
Well,
I sent something I thought might be it.
All right, so 1,000. Can you investigate the volume on the 821.26 for SPY puts?
I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to put my contacts in. I'm sweating my ass off with how humid it is in
Contact
here.
break.
Yeah, we need to make the piss break thing again just for contacts.
Fixing eye vision break. Something. I don't know.
I'll be right back, homies.
So let's see. Actually, while he's doing that, I need to watch my trade because I am in this trade here. Flat on it. Yeah, Tucker, I don't know what the hell you sent me. All right, let's go find SPY. Confused the crap out of me, man.
I'm a little new to this.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, all right. Oh,
God. August 21. So, okay, let's go look here. August 21. Getting that bounce here. Let me see. Ooh, little wick there. All right. August 21. So let's go find this in here again. And the 8/21/26 for SPY put showing 10/5 volume on Friday. Is there a specific strike for that? The only one I kind of see that has
700. He said that.
700. Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looks like that one here. Yeah, it looks like most of that carried over there. I'm not seeing anything interesting on this one. This is a cross trade, it looks like, and a multi-leg trade. I would absolutely avoid this here. Nothing to really see on that there. The cross trades are junk. I would avoid that. I'd say nothing of interest on this specific chain overall then. There. Hey, there we go. I'm going to tell Nick I took a scalp there. I'm going to show him that when he comes back, he's going to be happy. He's going to be happy I took that long. I don't know why I flattened that too quick, but that was a good read there. Doesn't it take like 2 seconds to take contacts out, not like 3 hours?
I think he's putting them in.
I think he was taking them out. I don't know.
We can ask him. Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. All right, we'll do a hit through my filters here as we wait for him. Ooh, Intel calls getting hit. Weekly Intel calls here. 12% out of the money. 4 days out. These are probably, I mean, a little risky with that time frame. Not really seeing too much here in that flow. They look buy to open there, but you know, a little kind of goofy spread there at the end. I'd lean buy to open on these there for weeklies. These look like a little chase there. We know Intel can move nicely during the week, so I will pop that there. I'll pop that in here. Yeah, these are interesting little momentum possible trade. I mean, you're seeing call premiums kind of tick up a little bit there too, which is a good thing.
It's a great thing. I don't know what we're talking about, but I agree.
Hey, I took a call while you were gone.
You already killed it?
Sorry, I bought the market when you were gone. Yep, I'm out. I played that.
Just call it longs and shorts with futures, homies.
Yeah,
That's simple.
I got in that 74.05-ish there. I'll show you. I got it right here. Look at that. Look at my little entry there. Look at that beautiful little entry. Look at that.
Right at the
there
top
you
of that
go.
Candle. That's a good trade. Nice little 5-6 points there. Did you get the full
I
10?
took it there. What did it? I think it's still that first one. I'm down 40 on the day.
Yeah,
so
but you still killed it.
First stupid trade. Yeah, that was a good little entry there. Good entry. I'm still getting used to the way. Yeah, I'll take it there. And that put would have had me out nicely on the day there, just a little early on that one. But yeah, I'll take it there. I'll take it there. Got some time left to go. Yeah, what I saw in that too is I was kind of looking, you know, that 74.05-ish range there for that bounce there. I saw that 74.50 increase, 74.45 increase. They kind of moved that positioning up, dropped some of that off there. So that's what I saw there. That's what I liked about that. Premiums weren't really cooperating too much at the time there. But yeah, good little bounce there. I will look for another update here and another re-entry potentially. Even because I'm still not at the eval on this thing yet. I probably have to end up resetting the account. But you know what? I'm gonna actually
I told you when you first transfer over, passing on
the
first try would be semi-fluke. You got to get used to the differences.
I'm gonna and even on Monday and Wednesday and Friday, I was kind of trying to put more trades on for the show too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna trade. I even though it's just the prop account and it's just I'm still in the eval period. I'm not gonna reset anything. I'm just gonna see if we can fix the prop account here, bring it back up, and show. It'll be a good example here of if you are down and just kind of rebuilding it back. We're going to take only good setups and kind of go from there. And just for context here,
home run to get back a losing day on one trade. You chip away at it. Yeah, all right.
We're going to try to get this up to 26.5 here, so about 2,400 here, which is very doable. if you get the proper good setups there. So we're just gonna wait for the good setups, and if we get them, we get them. If we don't, we don't. I wanted to mess around on Wednesday and Friday too a little more because click, click, click. This is fun. This is fun.
Yeah.
Can't argue
That's
with
why.
that.
That's somebody mentioned the reverse button on Wednesday's episode. I was like, no. You pretend that button doesn't exist, is what you do.
Yeah,
You pretend
I
that button
accidentally
is not real.
clicked that a couple times there too before, but hey, you know what? That's why it was not a serious account there. How about these rocket puts? Oh, a little long dated here. 12, 18, 11 put. 19% out of the money. Let's see how these guys look. A little Ivy spike when they come in. Spot is filling at the ask. Not really anything to... a little Ivy drop there at the end on one contract. Probably not a huge deal. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of that long-dated stuff there, man. 214 days. You can always find something a little closer, I'd say, to kind of put your money there. But I know there's some long-term traders, people out there that like the long-term stuff more so. Actually, I just need to look at that open interest here. Does not look like any of this is. Yeah, this is not related at all. So yeah, the long-term stuff. I know there's people that are working throughout the day, so you don't always have time to sit and kind of take something that's a weekly, and you might have to get out very quickly. But hey, I don't have the patience to sit in the long-term stuff.
Yeah, I mean I've held flow trades for a couple months before, but I'm you see me stop out way too soon in scalping. I have a very low risk tolerance for drawdown. But I have really high risk tolerance for losing 10 times in a row. It doesn't make any sense. But it's how my brain works and it's how I scalp, so it works out. I usually add into my move while I fish for that entry in smaller size. My psyche handles repeated small losses a lot better than one big loss, and so that's just how I do it. Everyone's mileage may vary. Everybody does things differently. That's just how my broken-ass brain functions with this stuff, so that's what I do.
I'm looking at that update.
Like it wants to push.
I'm hands off here. I don't like that update. I don't like that update either way. You had positive gamma grow up here and you had it grow down here. I'm hands off. I'm absolutely hands off right now. This is not a clean setup at all for me.
We have positioning tapering off both above and below, so I'm kind of expecting a little bit of ranginess to happen here. So if you're a range trader, you can keep an eye on the top and the bottom ends of this range and probably catch a few shekels here and there, but I wouldn't get married to a side right here. Would not get married to a side here.
No, this is on Wednesday and Friday when I was, I'm just going to take a long here, take a short here, just mess around, try to make a little content for the show. Content is king, so
I think winning is king.
So
I've been trying to hype up trades a little bit more. I just don't want to get it too gambly feeling, and also we don't need to force trades. It doesn't benefit anyone if we force it just to be entertaining. We'll be all right. We'll keep chilling.
Yeah, this is no signal for me right now. I got my one trade in. Hey, if I'm down $40 on the day, so be it. We might have another development here before the end of the show too, so we'll see. But yeah, I mean that upside kind of falling off a little bit, little growth blow. It's not the cleanest setup. So I'm hands off. Wait for another update or two and see if we can get something. Yeah, put premiums are climbing. Net volumes kind of dropped a little bit from the put side there. I'm hands off right now. I'm absolutely hands off unless there's something interesting flow-wise. How about these Zeta? Yeah, just a lot of long-term flow coming in here.
We're in about a 50-50 zone for me on the NASDAQ too, so I'm hands off until we get either a really strong rejection in this range or a firm back test of that 181 I've been harping on all morning, because they have withheld a loss of that level. Each time we've dipped below that, Buyers bought it right back up, and they're starting to form a little bit of a cup and handle here on the NASDAQ if they can take out 310s. As a short trader, I like to see this form a bit of an M. It's the opposite of that W I was bitching about earlier. Right now, they're forming that W. So I need a rejection before 310 to try to get short again. Otherwise, we're waiting, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's I was
Say
saying
yeah.
is not the interesting. Yeah, I nothing really interesting in talking about on that. Well, these BAC 612.52 call, nice net call premium today. All ask side calls coming in that are causing that to go up. This is 3% out of the money. I like this closer to the money. Let's see how our tape looks though. Dude, they're just dinging at me. Yeah, I like that IV increase here. Spot is filling up the ask. Let's just go through the tape. 484, just staying at the ask here. So a little drop here towards the end. I want to see what that price is doing. So that price is kind of going up, but you're getting a different. They're technically filling at the mid here, which was the previous ask here. Again, a little straggler here. Hard to know if it's truly related. This name does get a lot of volume typically. I'd be kind of iffy on this one here just with that. I mean, 3% out of the money, 25 days. I'd probably lean buy to open. I want to see let's look at some of our other stuff here. Let's look at that gamma. Where's our call wall on this? Call wall is, let's see, call wall's at 55, so you could act as that. Where's our absolute gamma? 47, so it's down a little bit. Yeah, I be iffy, kind of iffy there.
Still got put premiums popping in overall equities. I missed my entry on the short right at 300, so I gotta wait again regardless, but we are finally getting another pop in net put premiums as we push up a little bit here. Oh, it's going without me. All right. Full target, if I had gotten in, is still that 181, but they got a bounce spot right about here as well. I'm not chasing it. I'm not going to try to fight it, but damn it. That's the rejection I was looking for. A rejection of the 300s, like I said, without them taking out that 310 to form a bit of an M to the downside. Too late to go in now. It's already down 90 points from my entry. Right back to waiting, baby. Let's go. And while we wait, if you're just getting in here, every now and again, we like to run something exclusive just for our viewers that nobody else gets to see. I'm going to flash that on screen one more again. Code NAILED IT, even though we nailed it like 20 minutes ago and haven't nailed it since. For 25% off your first 3 months of any API or flow tier on the monthly, your entire first year on the annual. Again, 25% off. We never run full site sales for 25% off. This is exclusive to WhaleWatch viewers. Check that shit out, baby. And you can do what we're doing all day.
And hang out with us and do it too.
Yeah, that part's kind of...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how many people want to hang out with Tucker. I mean, sorry, us.
Saying, dude.
I meant all of us, yeah.
I'm so fucking sweaty right now, dude. It's not even particularly
Yuck.
hot is the problem. It was all weekend. Our AC broke, and I was sweating my ass off all weekend.
Hey, I told you you could come over, but you didn't want to come
it's
over.
like really
so,
far.
Not that far.
It's pretty far.
Not that far.
It's
Around the
really far
block's
if you're
not
lazy
that
as
far.
shit like I am. Damn. Yeah, they're kind of... I'm actually gonna draw a couple lines on NASDAQ right now because they are forming a range like I was projecting them to, but it's not as wide as I'd like. Now it's ranging that 310 that I told you they had to conquer to keep those longs pushing. They've rejected it twice so far. A range trader's gonna be looking for entry in this area again. But it's a pretty wide range. It's almost 200 points wide. It's not particularly volatile, but the range is quite wide. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this for another rejection, see if I can't catch a little bit of it. But, you know, just a little bit. You don't got to try to catch the whole move every time. You just need a piece. You need a nibble. If you try to catch the whole move the whole time and then you just sit there in that trade endlessly, you're going to hurt yourself. Close enough is close enough. Let's see if they give a good rejection here without taking out that 301, about 41 points above us here. Everybody, yeah. Rock your body.
Tucker, I was gonna say Tucker probably doesn't even know who they are.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want me to say, man.
Tucker, do you even know who the Backstreet Boys are?
Yes, I've heard of the Backstreet Boys.
I've heard of them. Hey,
I've
I know
heard
they
of them.
existed 30 years ago.
I don't like. What are you going to say? You really think I'm listening to fucking Backstreet Boys? I got shit to do.
I mean, you know,
I'm just gonna go
I
like
feel
what? Just like.
What
listen to
you
songs?
you
No.
don't you don't like Justin Timberlake or something?
He
Let's
was.
see
in
if
the
he
Social
let's.
Network.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, he was what? He was what?
He was in the Social Network.
He was.
What? First of all, I was waiting for you to see. First of all, I was waiting for you to correct me and say he's not even in
God.
Backstreet Boys, but you know, you're
No,
completely,
he could have
completely
been.
wrong.
This is what happens when the setups slow down.
Yeah.
I
I got a
Only finds AZ. Can you look at AG? Thanks.
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna look at AG. We are gonna look at AG.
Try to get Anthony off my ass.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. Let's take a peek here. What we got? Yeah, a lot of premiums, just bid side overall. I mean, call input premiums, just very bid side there. I mean, you had some ask side call premium in there. It looks like we kind of popped off that. Anything interesting today? How about those 522.20 puts a little short dated, 1% out of the money, a little multi-leg. I do like that spike in put premium here. Let's look at our flow. Anything of interest in here? Nice Ivy spike when it comes in. Spot is filling at that ask here. The little drop in that IV at the end there, and it is on heavier size and premium. AG did go down a penny there, so that could contribute to that little IV drop there. Nothing really in this one that kind of tells me either way. I'd probably lean buy to open on them just the way they're coming in, though. 1% out of the money. If they were a little further out of the money, I'd be a little more, potentially sells there. But man, right at the money, you never know. And I mean, this alone looks like it was the reason for that put premium spike there. Yeah, 14% of that total so far there. So yeah, I mean, this caused your spike. Anything else to kind of back up that put thesis in here? Just on a daily, yeah, it's all kind of mixed coming in here, and then you even have that call here where it's, yeah, there's no signal and something like that. Like this is a clear
That
premium
is just,
grab more than
yeah.
likely. I mean, 21% out of the money. Yeah, that's.
I never like seeing matching bars like that unless they're all pretty clearly on the same side. That was a little messy on that one. First majestic silver, not the second majestic, the first.
A lot of this open interest is, ooh, look at that. Lots of, since 113. Let's just go back to 113. Yeah, and it's not really directional either. I almost say short puts there, just kind of the way that they're transacted there, and where we're trading at now would make more sense to see those be short. Most of that's coming in at the bid there, but yeah, not really a clean signal on that one either. How's our gamma kind of look on it? Where are we on this? Got our absolute gamma at 25, so it is above us there. That is your geez, man, your kind of biggest gamma spike there, where that can tend to act as a magnet there. I'm trying to read this, and I'm just trying to describe it at the same time. I'm like, why am I doing both? I'm doing the meme where
it's a new addition too. It's a brand spanking new addition to the
it's cool.
zones. It's neat. I still got to play with it.
Yeah,
I'll probably do some of that after the show today. Get a little more affiliated with it.
Yeah, it's right kind of on. It's in the negative gamma here, which can tend to act as a support there, and you have a call wall above there. just kind of looking through that there. Yeah, your acceleration's 0.8% above. So if we break through that, can it help accelerate that rally there? Let's look at our expirations here. Yeah, man, I absolutely love that they put it there on that strike there. It's super nice to just see that there. I mean, and you get a better visual there too. It's more spread out here. But yeah, that put wall's way down there at 15. So I mean, that would essentially, be your quote unquote support there. Call wall would be your resistance there, and kind of your biggest attraction there as well too. What expirations are being hit there? Yeah, they like that 717 expiration followed by that 1218 expiration. So yeah, I mean, if you like the setup there, I mean, I'd probably try to target that 25 potentially and have some time on those contracts. I didn't really see anything flow wise specifically on it there. Undo that one, but yeah, good little example there. Good example there. Yeah, I'm gonna be on that heat map thing all the time now. That's gonna be.
Get really used to it, because you're better at looking at those tools than I am. I just see my flashy green, my flashy red. I'm currently short, and it's printing like a motherfo right now. I'm about to take it off because we are below 181. They bounce this above that 181 again. I'm just gonna flatten and take my 100 and change, and then that might be my last scalp of the day. This has us up decently. Let's see what this 1 minute candle does for me. And then I'm going to flatten this bad boy and we might ride off into the sunset. Let's see. I would like for it to get all the way down there at 133, but I'm not going to sit in for it. We're up on the day. I don't need to give any of this back. I'm going to take it off. They reclaimed 181 on the same 1 minute candle. If this prints a wick, I'm going to be pretty glad it got out. If they just kick out the floor and set a new low of day, I'll bitch and moan about it. But that was a half-decent morning. I'm going to close that off quick. Let's be honest here. I lack impulse control. So if they give me that short again, I'm probably going to take it. But in the meantime, go ahead and get nailed it for 25% off because, baby, we fucking nailed it again. Let's go, dude. It's Monday. It's Monday.
I don't know how you have that much energy for a Monday,
I don't.
man.
It is all fake hypomania fueled energy. I am exhausted and sweaty, but we got to do it for the homies. Can we add that heat map to the Superflow? Good question. Let me find out real quick. I don't know if it's on there yet.
You want me to give it a check?
New.
I can check it here. Let me see if I can add it in here.
Let's see if I'm blind.
I'll probably beat you.
Yeah, I don't see it. I'll go ahead and ask about that. I imagine it's coming. But it's ticker specific. Yeah, we can't add it yet. But I'm sure it is on the horizon. I'll find out. Dude, net call premiums are still just shitting the bed. The temptation is strong with this one. I'm tempted. I'm temptationed.
Wait for the update. You got 2 minutes for an update. You show the... Oh, okay.
I'm shorting up 15 points currently. If this came up... I'm going to actually move to break even already. All right, this is looking good. We're looking good. I might take it here. This is a bounce spot as well on the NASDAQ. And I'm out. That's fine. They set a new low of day. I don't give a shit. That felt good. We're vibing. We are trucking. You'll see me start getting excited when we enter short territory, because that's all I'm good at. I suck at longing. What I tried once, if you guys don't know this about TradingView, you can flip your chart upside down by hitting Alt-I. But I tried this because hypothetically the patterns are the same, just the different direction. I tried it, and it didn't help with the anxiety I get when long. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me with that. But it is what it is. I'll just keep shorting. I'll leave the longs to you as we move along. And honestly, when we get to our Friday shows, for those who don't know, we now air on Friday morning as well. 3 days a week. They're putting us to it. I'm gonna make Anthony do most of the Friday scalping because I have a very bad track record with Fridays, and it's kind of been it's like a new rule for me on Friday where if I lose 2 trades in a row, I'm done for the week because Friday is the day I tend to fuck up the most. And I know that about myself. I have learned that over the last few years as I've been scalping futures. Fridays, bully me a little bit, and I bully myself because of it. So a lot of times I just won't trade on Friday, but we have a Friday show, so we're going to bully Anthony into trading on Friday as well.
If there's a setup, if there's a
Yes,
setup.
if there's a setup. Yes.
Yeah, they gotta,
NASDAQ is trucking toward a new low. Like I said, I'm going to bitch and moan about it a little bit, but we're not too pressed here. Not quite a new low of day there, but pretty damn close. If they test 182 again, I'll probably try again with about a 20-point stop right above. But we're sitting pretty. We're chilling. I'm going to wait.
We hit my original target that I stopped out at originally. We were right up there. I was targeting... Okay, maybe it was that update there. Nope.
All this data is incredible. 100% sign off once I do more learning. Check out the Unusual Whales YouTube channel, Andes. That's where a couple of folks are watching now. It's our smallest venue of live streams, but there are 2 playlists there that'll help you a lot with learning. First is the Site Guides playlist that breaks down our tools. I have a couple new videos coming out in the next month or so about some of our updates. The Periscope breakdowns are in there. One's really long with one of our data guys breaking it down in detail with a Q&A session at the end. The other one's 8 minutes long. Same guy that did the video. It's just a general premise of it. That one's only about 8 minutes long. But you can also go to unusualwhales.com/information. And that will have everything from options basics to a glossary of options terms you need to know. And also, if you're on our Substack, Andes, you can find a lot of those articles in here as well. I've published them there as well. But unusualwhales.com/information, everything from the most basic of options, context, concepts, all the way down to advanced strategies and spreads. I'm not much of a spread trader. Sometimes I'll use them for context of entering a flow trade, but for the most part, I like raw naked flow myself. Phrasing.
That update didn't really help us at all. Look at this update, just nothing.
Yeah, we are in that short territory I like to see. They unfortunately didn't test up high enough for me to get back into that short we just took, but that short was good for like 70 points. I can't be mad. Like, yeah, I traded small size, but I usually trade 2 contracts. If I get a really good move and I'm cocky about it, I'll add up to 4 MNQ. But each contract is $2 per point. We got 70 points on that on 2 contracts. I'm not going to be a dick here and try to chase this. We're going to wait for a new setup. Right now, the trajectory is still down. Our setup's still down. I told you guys, if they kick out that 180 floor, we have a good 200 to 300 points down before I have any light support. My strongest support is 400 points below where we are right now. I'm not saying we're going to get there, but this wide-ass range, every time in the last couple of weeks it's tested fast and violently. So I'm keeping an eye on that, but I would like to see them back test higher. I'm not chasing this.
I'm eyeballing us long here as we get into that 73.90 just for a quick little scalp. I'm going to hop in here. I'm hopping in.
Anthony's about to whip it out.
All balls. I mean, very, very
Are we going to see him nuke his first eval live, folks? We need Twitter and Substack to add polls in chat. There's just not enough people on YouTube to get a good poll. We range 40 to 100 folks there versus the, 400 plus we get on Substack and Twitter. We need a new way to do polls cleanly. Because I wanna run polls and do some other like incentives and shit on the show. Like right now we have these.
A while back, what was that site we were using?
I don't even remember. Like right now we have these exclusive deals and stuff for the homies on views only for the show. That code you have on screen right there, nailed it. 25% off, baby. Shameless little plug right there. But I want to do polls and shit, man.
There's a poll maker. What do we want to poll?
Will Anthony nuke his first eval today? Because I know he's pretty damn close. Especially when he accidentally.
I am about.
And it's just yes or no.
I got about $150. I need about $150 to nuke
it. Two answers. Yes, no.
Yeah. Will he nuke his eval today?
I'm gonna let this run too. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna let this run. If I
There's
nuke it, I nuke it.
downside,
If I
brother.
don't, I.
Let's see if this works. Chats, let me know if this works. I'm
But
sending
it's
a
gonna
link.
be insane if he loses it right before the poll even starts. Because that $150 of drawdown can happen really fucking fast on futures.
Yeah, I'm
Try clicking
down
this
80,
link everyone in chat
92.
if you want to vote.
All right. I'm gonna flatten. I'm gonna flatten. Let them.
I like how
put it
Substack
in
doesn't even
there.
let you click links from the chat. That's insane.
No.
Substack, I need you guys to get it together for your boy. I need you guys to get it together for your boy. Come on, Substack. Go ahead and send that over to the YouTubers and Twitter folk as well.
I got logged out on YouTube? How did
Smooth!
I'm long again. I'm long again too.
All right, I dropped the poll link in the YouTube chat. And then Tucker can send it over to the Twitter chat. Will Anthony nuke his first eval today? Oh, it's got an ad.
Just passes the eval today. Imagine that. That'd be hilarious. Just
Yeah,
a
you
Trump
just
tweet right now.
absolutely
Give me a
smoke it all the way up. That would be insane.
just a Trump tweet eat here up to
I love a
7,500.
good Trump tweet yeet, I'm gonna be honest. I don't usually
would
like
be-
what's being said or what happens because of it, but it does give volatility, and as a scalper, volatility is what I look for. I'm gonna be real with you, Anthony. I'm longing this with you. My stop is
I'm
right
already
below
up.
the current low. I am not gonna widen that stop or just hold it. I'm green on the day, and I get uncomfortable with longs. But we're in it. My target is way up there for a back test. Why? That was the rejection to send us to a new low on the way down. It's where they first stalled out. Oh, man. If we hit that full move, I'll be really happy, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it because you know how anxious I get in longs. Oh, it's moving, baby. I'm going to move my stop below this current 1-minute candle. I should leave it at the bottom below that last low, but like I just said, I get very anxious when longing. I don't know why. It's how my brain works. I will short sell myself on these very quickly. But right now, I'm looking for them to push into this 1-minute candle on the NQ from the push downward. If they reject too hard, I'm going to pussy out with the quickness.
Yeah, I got out it. It hit my VWAP. I got
I'm
out.
still in. I'm moving my stop up again to this current 1-minute candle. We no longer can lose this trade. I would love for them to get to my target because I don't long. I get scared of longs, and I'm in it, and it's pushing, and I'm sweating. I gotta take it. I gotta take it. I gotta take it. It's
You gotta
not-
stop up. Just
I
move
took
the
it.
stop
I know.
up.
Nope, we're good.
Move
We're
the
good.
stop-
We're good.
You could just move the stop up.
We're not gonna risk a good day. I have
But you could've just
rejection
moved the
points
stop
the
up.
whole way up. I did, but that stop would have had me at 170, and we were at 240.
That's okay. Just keep
And
moving
we're
it up. Keep
reject-
trailing it up.
and we're rejecting. Right
Look where
here.
I got out. I got out right at the VWAP rejection.
You
I
got
got
out before
already,
I
my
did. That's what makes it funny. You're bitching at me. He's bitching at me for taking profit when he got out before I did. Hold on. Where's that vote at? Where's that vote at? I gotta see what
about
homies
a-
think's gonna happen
That
to
was
you.
about that was about a $80 profit there.
It's about 3/4 of voters are saying you're gonna lose it. But that said, there's only 5 votes. Guys, go vote. Nuke Anthony.
All right. Well, you know what? I won't trade the rest of the day. So you know what, what are you gonna do now?
He's cheating. He's insider trading the poll.
Cheating.
He's insider trading the poll.
He's insider trading himself.
Timothy Boulder, what membership
he knows
level
what's gonna be
includes
traded.
Periscope? That would be the retail pro tier, my friend. Retail pro tier includes Periscope. I will not trade without it ever again. Ever.
Looks
ever
like-
again.
We
Remember, Cold
I was
Nailed
looking.
it gets you that discount. Don't you buy without that discount, bro. I'm giving it to you guys only.
Looks like
Abuse
we had a
that fact.
we got a Goog short put getting closed out today. It looks like 10,800 back here on 430. Look at that, 10,000, about 563 or 61 there. Very roughly
Speaking
the same
of
size
short,
there.
I'm gonna risk a short here with a stop right above that high. Same pattern as before, folks. Same pattern as before. They can wick me out pretty quick here. That's why my stop's really close there. It'll be about 15 points of stop out, which will do nothing to the win we just got. Here we fucking go, baby. Where's that who do you think you are I am gif? I'm going to take that. I'm taking that. All right, I am done for the day. I'm not going to push my luck. We just went 5 for 7. We're up handsomely on this account. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to push it. I still think we can maybe set a new low here, but the reason I took it there, again, I like to use the 1 minute for my price action. Right here is a bit of a bounce spot. That was the initial stall out on the bounce off the bottom. And so that was my target. We wicked a little below it. I flattened, and look at this bounce right now. Can it keep going? Yes. But there's no reason to risk it when you're winning. No reason to risk it when you're winning. I just said winning with an R, by the way. I said winning with an R.
Risk it when you're winning.
Yep.
The no need to whisk it.
You got to read.
Oh, terrifying. These SMCIs are interesting to me. 11 days out, 4% out of the money. Nice IV spike when they come in. Spots filling at the ask here. Nothing in the flow really suggests otherwise.
I'm going to go grab a new beverage because I'm out of coffee. And I want something cold
bev.
now. A cheeky bev. A cheeky little beverage.
Jeez.
A cheeky little sip.
You guys need
What
some
do you mean,
help,
geez?
man.
You want to sip from my cheeks and you know it.
Woo!
No, I don't think
Sip
so.
from your cheeks.
I don't think so. Maybe Tucker, but not me. Oops, I can't type, man. I tried to say good, and I typed Goover. Like, how does that even...
What?
I have no idea.
Whoa.
I just want somebody to love.
Anthony, tell Nick what you just did.
What do you do?
I tried
Did he
to
break
type
it? Did he lose
good
the
at...
account?
No.
No. I tried to type good, and I did Goover. Like, how does that even, like...
It's not even close.
Okay, that is way,
Yeah.
way worse than me saying ring.
Oh, they moved that positioning down. Oh, I'm about to snag a short.
Oh, my
here if we
camera's
get-
at my tapestry. It's freaking the fuck out. I'm right here, little bro. Right here, man.
Oh,
Alright,
jeez.
you found me. Did you
That's
find me?
terrifying.
Nope, I got lost again. I'm right here, dude. Right here, man. Got this. Got this. There you go. Good job, camera. You did. Nope, it lost me again. And there you go. Camera's on point this morning. Let's go, dude.
Except for when it messes up.
Yeah.
Do you think I have enough time to take a piss before I get into this short? Or should I wait?
I will say every time I go piss before I get into a short, I miss the short, and then I come back and complain about it. That
All right,
said, I
I'm-
mean, they've got a little... This is a good spot. Good spot.
All right, I'm gonna
I
get
can
the short.
still,
I'm gonna
just
go
know I
piss.
can test all the way back up to the high of that straddle. He didn't even put a fucking stop on. This guy, dude. I've told him every minute of every day since he started doing futures to always put a stop because slippage fuck you candles are violent with futures. Hey man, if he's trying to skew the vote in my favor, my bias was that he is going to nuke the account today. That's on him. But we'll see. Right now, 83% of voters think he's going to nuke it, and I do too when he doesn't put a stop on. My God.
Bad time to go to the bathroom.
Oh my God. I didn't even flash the piss break animation. That's my bad. That's my bad. Bad host.
Sounds like you've been naughty and you need punishment.
Hey, I've been nice too, though. All right, I see a full metal mix.
All right,
For
did I nuke it?
Nope, not yet. You're doing okay
I'm
in
up.
this trade, but I did talk shit about you leaving without putting a stop.
Yeah, I heard it.
Stop
I heard it. I heard it.
He took us to piss with him. That's crazy. I'm not even that dirty. Full Metal Mex asks for options level 1 traders. Any strategies on the Unusual Whales education page? The strategies shown are simple to intimidating. That's fair. Level 1 options, you're probably not going to be doing spreads, so naked flow is your way to go. I would take the time, though, to learn straddle and strangle strategies, because you can use those to form a pretty good long or short hypothesis, even if it's
Buddy,
not
I don't
raw
need to learn
puts.
that. I'm a master of straddle and strangle.
I got out of that with profit too.
Somebody ban Tucker
Mr.
quick.
Judgmental.
Ban me? You cannot do this.
Mr.
No, that was a
Judgmental
nice
I
trade.
got out
I
with
think we're gonna go
profit,
farther
so-
down.
Yeah,
than we
I know it
stopped
was.
out at, but
I know it
it's a
was.
good trade. Good trade.
That's okay. That's okay.
No,
I'm
you're
just
chipping,
doing a
you're
little
chipping away
scalping
at the
boost.
red day. You don't got to be a dick about it. I said I wasn't gonna be a dick, but then I was a dick earlier and chased a trade. That's okay. I'm tempted to chase here,
I would
but,
have
I'm
wiped
not
out
gonna.
my red day with that. Oh well.
We had a decent scalping morning. We can put a good amount of pressure into some flow requests here. I'm going to put out a call to action in the comments underneath this stream on Twitter because I know a lot of people like to come just for the flow reviews, and that's fine. That's okay. A little lame if you're not partying and talking shit, but that's okay. We're in vibe mode. Good morning. Good morning. No complaints. Anthony got a comeback to basically break even from a pretty red day. We're green on the other prop account. This one's funded. The one I'm trading's funded. Anthony is in training wheels mode. And we will be trading my cash account in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Right now I'm hanging out on the prop account. But we are funded and riding. And before anyone asks, no, I will not say which prop account either of us are using because this is a company show. And as far as I know, none of those prop firms have given our company money to advertise them, so I'm not going to. That said, I'm not a fan of the prop firm business model. But it's a good place to practice and a good way to practice without nuking your own money. All in one fell swoop. But let me get a little flow review call to action. 4 homies to come get some flow requests.
Just looking for any headlines right now. Just did kind of get a little spicy drop there.
Oh, let's see if anybody wants to come party with us. Get a little bit more flow reviews. Little bit more.
Well, they're
flows.
just slamming
this
puts
is,
on
this
the
is,
interval.
It's coming into an area where I would want to chase it almost. But I just told a shitload of people that we're doing flow reviews, so I'm going to sit on my hands. We had a nice winning morning, a really good comeback from red to almost break even for our boy Anthony. He has not yet nuked that account. And that's fine. But all right, everybody, those of you just trickling in, go ahead and start dropping some contracts you want to see or tickers. We will do raw ticker requests, but I will say actual straight-up contracts you want to look at will get priority because it's a little easier for us to get to, a little easier for Tucker to pull up on the back end there. That said, we will do raw requests. Just know that the contracts will take precedence. Go ahead and start dropping those in chat. We'll be on the lookout, and we'll start breaking stuff down for you. SK says, nice trade, Anthony. I agree. That was a good trade.
Thank you. Yeah, those hymns that we talked about, they popped there a little bit. 89, they came up and hit 101 enough to take some quick profits on something like that. That was a nice little find. 4 days out, too, and you got a quick little move like that. You can't
little piece of
argue with
candy.
something like that. Can't argue with anything
It did seem
like
pretty
that,
in and outy there, too.
Yep. Yeah, they are slamming that here. Well, I'm waiting for that update again. I might hop back in and just let them ride there. So I had, and you know what? You should have did that. You should have did the poll. When is Anthony gonna fail the eval? Is it gonna be Monday, Wednesday, or Friday?
Winners get a free month. We would have no way of knowing who voted what. All right, they're giving that push down. I'm not gonna chase it. Let's be chill. Let's see what people want to look at with the flow, and we'll come back to trades as they present themselves.
I'm gonna hit my filter here.
I already answered that question. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna pull open my other dashboard. Let's see if I have anything spicy coming in on my interval flow. What's today? The 18th. Bada bing. It's still more hymns came in as well, Anthony, here in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I saw those too. The
23 fives. FIGR. We've seen this before. Figure Technology. They're down 7% today. Jesus, what'd they do? Earnings. But they had good earnings. Supposedly. They had good earnings. They got shit on. Oh, is this another Bitcoin miner? Sorry. This guy's name is Cagney Michael Scott. That's classic. Michael Scott. That's all. There wasn't anything funny about that, really. It was just kind of funny to me. These $50 calls for August, though. We've got a good chunk of these coming in. Let me slip this to 250, see where we can get these orders first coming in. Pretty clear at the ask openers. Bid-ask spread of 4 to 410. Let me see if IV jumped from prior orders there. It did. And then it dropped, and then it jumped again. So I'm leaning bought to open on these. They've got a lot of time, and they're about 25% out of the money. They're for the $50 call. We're trading at just above 40 when these came in. Do we think we might have somebody trying to time a bottom on this earnings pullback for figure? What do you think, Anthony? How's this look to you?
To be honest, I was not even paying attention to anything you said there.
Dope.
Yeah, fill with the ask though. Looks like how'd that IV look like when they came in?
We had some
57.
fluctuations, but it popped.
Good,
As the day went
like to see
on, we
that.
dropped into the 84s for IV, and then pretty much since then, a pretty steady rise up. And then once those orders hit, it jumped a full 1.5%. So I'm leaning BTO.
I would lean buy to open then.
I'm
And
leaning
they're
bought to
down
open.
significant. How far are those out of the money?
25%. They're the $50 call. We're trading at 40.58.
95 days out.
95. I don't
yeah.
hate it. I'm going to bookmark this one, and I'm going to go drop this link in our notes chat to revisit. I like this. I like seeing bottom tick flow, even if it doesn't pan out, but I like seeing people take a stab at it.
Well, and I mean, 24% of the money, it sounds like a lot, but you don't need that full 24% to get profits on that either.
No,
Like,
no. You just need a bit
I
of
mean,
a
you get a
recovery and also profit.
4 or 5% day. Yeah, I mean, that's... I would agree with you on those being a dip buy there, too. I would agree with that on there. Let's see. VQ trade on X. Ask if we can review their specific trade.
It depends on what the trade was. What you looking at?
Is it a contract or something on Periscope?
I don't think maybe we didn't get enough information to know. They said my entry was at 29363.50 and exit as at 28918.75.
There's nothing to review there other than nice fucking trade, brother.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the NASDAQ?
NNQ.
Yeah. Nah, what do you need me to review? That's a good trade.
That might be a good time.
Buddy.
Yeah, that was a good trade.
That might be
a good
time to.
He basically just said that he traded this whole range down. So he's much better than I am at holding positions. I'm a scalper, so anytime we hit these resistances and supports, that's usually my exit, and then I look for re-entry on the next leg down. I don't like sitting through trades personally. It's just not how my brain functions, so I'm not an all-day holder. But, I mean, yeah, it sounds like you shorted pretty damn near the top and closed pretty damn near the bottom. What do you want me to say? You want a review or are you just glazing?
That's a good time to kind of remember, don't shadow trade us because there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a lag. There's a delay between what I say and when you hear it. But I don't think he's shadow trading. That sounds like his own trade, and that's a damn good trade.
Yeah, that's a great trade. You should be reviewing our trades.
Yeah, no shit. He hit the top and closed the bottom. Good trade, dude. No complaints at all. Been in this trade almost 2 hours. Yeah, dude, I don't got that dog in me for sure. My in and outs are fast. Like even all the shorts we won today, we're up about 450 on this account. That's why I'm stopping, because this particular prop firm has a consistency rule, and I'm not trying to make it difficult for myself to pull profit. Another caveat of prop firms is their rules, but if you get them down, it's a good way to have capital that you didn't have to save up for on your own. But yeah, I quick ins and outs. I rarely will hold a position longer than 5 minutes. I look for my move in between those two support levels and get out. Really good trade, homie. Good shit.
Yeah, that update wasn't very helpful either.
Nasdaq's kind of flagging down here still. It's forming that same pattern of a range that we had earlier, that 200-some point range I talked about where we were taking shorts off the top of it. They're doing the same thing down here off of that prior low of day at 29,120-ish. So I'm kind of looking for them to pull back here. They can't get back above that 125, which is like 80 points up. I think we might take out that low again. Well, let's see. They can range this for 5 fucking hours, and I wouldn't even bat an eye because that's what we've been doing lately. Yeah, it's either a wide range that we bounce around the last 2 weeks, or it is a swift knife followed by up and to the right all fucking day. Like that's why we were having some good fun in this range, being able to take both sides of that trade. And now they're trying to form another one down here. I would want to bounce at 040-ish to catch a short above, but if they take out 29,000 evens, we're going to get another leg down, in my opinion, here. Because like I said on that loss of 181, my strong support below here is way down at 630s, man. It's way down there. So they got to hold on to this so we can get some fireworks. And boys who like to short like me will feel spicy on that.
A lot of that kind of lower gamma dropped off a bit there, too.
What indicator are you referring to, AJ? I don't have any indicators on my chart, if that's what you're asking. If you're talking about the tool we're using, this is Unusual Whales, specifically Periscope, which is market maker gamma exposure. Not customers, not you and me, market makers. This is their positioning, attributed, and everything. It currently has 10-minute update frames. We are implementing 1 minute very soon, so stay tuned for that. But hey, if that's the thing you meant. Otherwise, I don't have any indicators on my charts. At most, I have some moving averages to see trajectories. Where's my custom one? Here it is. But it's nothing really special. It's just using it for continuation trajectory patterns. The volume tool at the bottom of your chart? I don't... This? That's just volume. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I'm a hot little potato right now.
I'm just like looking at your chart. I'm just like, what? Maybe he's talking about my chart. I don't know.
Oh, maybe that would make more sense. You have more shit on yours than I do.
I mean, I've got.
That would make sense.
Obviously. I just have the 20.
Oh, I think he means your purple. He means the purple on the sub.
My RSI.
Yeah, he's
my
talking
RSI.
about the RSI.
Yeah.
Relative.
Yeah, and I mean,
index.
I do most of my trading or my charting on here, so I mean it's already kind of on there already. So I just figure I'm leaving it on the 1 minute when I'm scalping. Can hear the birds out there just chirping.
Yeah. As you know, my microphone did some weirdo shit this morning, y'all. That's why we were late. I turned it on, and it just screamed bloody murder into Anthony and Tucker's ears. And my audio profile was going haywire, and I couldn't figure it out, so I just restarted my whole system. But yeah, that indicator you're asking about, AJ, is called RSI, the Relative Strength Index. If you're on Lucid, which is just another random-ass prop firm. If you're on Lucid, I think they use Tradeovate, namely, which you can link to TradingView, which is what we're both using for our charting and trading. I will say TradingView has a bit of a lag just because of the connection to the broker. Just something you kind of have to deal with if you're using Tradeovate. I'll probably be using a different broker when we move over to my cash account for the extension of the show. But Tradeovate should have RSI. It's a very common indicator people use. I don't. I'm too stupid to use that many things to pay attention to. I just look at price action and gamma exposure, nothing else.
Yeah,
but pretty much every charting software should have RSI. It's one of the most commonly used.
Yeah, and don't just strictly base a trade off like RSI.
No comments, VQ.
I mean,
none of the prop firms pay me to say shit. All I'll say is I'm not a fan of the prop firm business model, but I do use them. I will not promote any given prop firm, however. I don't hate them though. There are more ill-behaved prop firms out there, for sure. Ooh, for sure. I got some words to say about a couple of those companies, but I won't. I'll be good.
Just kind of looking through it, just not.
My filter is pretty slow now after we looked at those hymns, really, and the FIGR calls were interesting. But if y'all got tickers you want to see, specific contracts will take precedence, go ahead and drop those in whatever chat you're hanging out in. We'll pull that shit up. You guys got us for another hot minute, so we're hanging.
These light puts have been getting hit all day. I would want to double check that open interest tomorrow. Just a lot of kind of ask side coming here. A little pricey contract, $62 a contract, but yeah, I mean, I just kind of
they're so
face value here, just because
expensive.
we got a lot of volume in here. I'd probably lean buy to open on this again. Not sure how much of this is going to carry over. I mean, the candles aren't exactly the same. I mean, I would assume, again, just assuming, we won't know until tomorrow, but just kind of different sized candles in here besides a couple. I would assume that a good chunk of the volume, barring anything major here throughout the day, should carry over there. They're 9% out of the money. I mean, down on 9.5% on the day. What else have we got in here?
No, I'm laughing because I caught that short perfectly and I'm already out of it, so I can't even talk about it.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Can't even talk about it because it's over. Oh, it's not over. All right, I'll flash it on screen, then I gotta close it because we're at a bounce spot. I just shorted this top bounce. Now they're gonna take me to break even because I stopped to talk about it. That's okay. I just wanted to short this bounce up for a rejection of the bottom of that prior low of day, and we got it. And I'm gone. I'm out. That went farther than I expected. I was going to just go for the target of the 71, which is the same thing I talked about earlier with my inflection points. Those rejections on the recoveries are usually my targets. We went a little bit lower than that, but that's okay. But NASDAQ is doing exactly what we said about 10 minutes ago. It's just forming this new range below that prior range that we were scalping above. We're hanging out. We're chilling. You know what? We nailed it again, so that means you guys nailed it with a 25% off code. For any subscription tier, first 3 months on the monthly, entire first year on the annual, be it Flow, be it Retail Pro tier, so you get this Periscope that we're scalping off of all morning, every show, episode. And if you're an API homie, you like the vibe code and shit, Unusual Whales does have MCP capabilities for AI chat models using our API. Check that shit out. We definitely will not be doing 25% on that outside of the show. They're very, very, very protective of that API. I'm surprised I'm allowed to let it count. I'm going to be honest.
I wish I was. I should probably try messing with that API.
I should too, because
like it's not.
It's
hard,
cool. I'm just stupid.
I mean, I feel like if you're good at explaining stuff and how you want it to like pull in stuff, you'll be fine. I should mess with it. I don't know.
We do have a blanket request from VQ Trade, the homie that absolutely smoked that NASDAQ trade.
Yeah.
He just wants a blanket request on NVIDIA, and we can do that, but I will warn you, NVIDIA is just as messy as the ETFs are as far as flow. There's usually extremely high volume, not a lot of clean, clear directional volume. So we can take a peep through all of that. B squared, I'm not super familiar with the lifetime because we haven't had that shit in a long-ass time. Reach out to support about what's all included with that as time moves on, because I genuinely do not have an answer for you.
And NVIDIA has
a lifetime whale. He doesn't have an answer for you either because he's an affiliate, and there might be stuff that's not included that he has just from that. But definitely reach out to support to see what all is included. I'm not 100% sure how it functions. We haven't had it for years now.
And we have earnings on Wednesday too, so
yeah,
that flow
dude,
could
we got a
be
double
a
header
little.
On Wednesday. We'll have a morning show Wednesday, and then we're gonna light shit on fire during the NVIDIA. So we're gonna go power hour on Wednesday as well, leading into NVIDIA, and then we're gonna watch the data drop to see what kind of shenanigans we have during after hours for a little bit. Sometimes I like to scalp NVIDIA earnings on the NASDAQ, but we'll see how crazy shit is. We'll see how crazy. I still gotta get it. I gotta hit. Actually, I'm gonna go message him now. I gotta hit Milt up and get his ass on there for some shenanigans, like the good old days.
You do that. You do that while I go through NVIDIA here.
Yeah. Here, I'll actually flip it to just your screen and I'll shut the hell up for a minute. I've been just fucking gabbing.
In NVIDIA here, so yeah, again, earnings on Wednesday, so I would kind of take anything with a grain of salt right now. Anything can happen earnings-wise. But just kind of looking at it here, I mean, the last two sessions have had some bid side call premium here. I'll see if I can find anything opening today. Let's just do a little volume greater than OI here. Let's take a peek. A lot of 0 DTEs. I'm going to take off 0 DTEs here just to see if we can find something a little better. Let me fix my multi-leg here a little bit. Just kind of doing a face value scan through everything. Yeah, I mean, a lot of short-dated calls kind of at the money here. Again, these are expiring on the end of the week here, so you would have to potentially hold over earnings there. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of doing a face value look here. I mean, I'd say, short to kind of midterm, they are leaning calls here. Again, earnings will dictate everything on this. So I wouldn't get married to any side on that. Gamma here, let's see. Absolute gamma's at 230, so it's about $7 above where we're trading right now. So again, that absolute gamma there, so that's also the call wall there, 230. So again, if you got a question about it, you can just kind of come looking here. Expect it to stall or a little rejection if we get up to that level, because market makers, it acts like a magnet, but once it gets up there, market makers are going to sell into that strength there.
And you can get all of those basics as well on the Gamma breakdown video on the Unusual Whales YouTube playlist. Really good breakdown of how Gamma itself functions. And then obviously that also applies to SPX, which is what we're looking at with Periscope, is SPX Gamma.
So this is cool because it didn't update obviously on the weekend because we were kind of closing. But yeah, that 0 DTE jacks here, so it expires today. It's 4% of that. It's 0 DTE long gamma. Let's see, mild pinning bias near the top strike here. So what is our top strike for today? Let me move this. I keep accidentally, because I'm so used to just scrolling up here, I use my little roller thing, and I just keep zooming into the chart every single time. I'm like,
so I just like having that functionality, because not all of our tools always have, and now a lot of them are getting that zoom functionality, and I fucking love it. Love it.
So today's, what is our big pin here? So 230. Yeah. Let me go back to that there. Yeah, I'm still, obviously it's only been here for a couple days, but that 0 DTE here, so it's got that spots 220. That positive gamma is at that, come here, 230. I don't think we got an $8 move in us today. It doesn't seem like it.
Dude, it is also, though, it is NVIDIA. We always have to keep that in mind, just because spicy shit. Plus, there's been a lot of commentary around the China trip, too, because Jensen Huang was on that. I mean, you know.
That 522 is getting a little interesting there. Look at all that kind of positive gamma there. 240 there, 235. Yeah, it's just very interesting. That is your highest kind of premium, whatever you want to call it there. I don't know the correct terminology for that. I suppose I could read a lot about it there. But yeah, that's cool there too, because I mean all your information's just right here. Yeah, I really like this page now. But yeah, kind of just flow wise, that flow overview, I'd say it was more kind of short midterm there on NVIDIA there. Obviously, that's what I wanted to do. Why did I close out of that? I know what I wanted to do. NVIDIA.
Silly. Hi, Rex says yes, but I don't know what to. But, bro, I agree with you. Yes.
I'm just kind of looking, obviously, with that short-term stuff. If you were going to swing a weekly, you want to know what NVIDIA kind of does earnings-wise here. And, I mean, it slightly hit its implied move last time. I mean, just barely. But, I mean, a good chunk of them do stay within that implied move there. So I would just kind of be cautious there. What is their implied move for Wednesday? Almost 6% right now. Yeah, I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen, but it kind of like last earnings where, they reported very, outstanding quarter and the stock dropped. So, I mean, it's there's a lot that goes into earnings. It's not just,
Yeah. And
earnings good, price go up.
You'll find more frequently than you'd like an earnings beat followed by a knife. FIGR, good example. They beat earnings across the board and shit the bed. That was one of the contracts we looked at earlier. Those FIGR $50 calls. It's trading in the 40s right now after a pretty stark post-earnings pullback. So good earnings doesn't necessarily mean stock go up. Earnings are a gamble, and I will die on that hill. A lot of people will die on the hill that options trading is gambling in general, but you could say that about just about anything with the markets. It's I look at it as, yeah, it's gambling adjacent, but it's educated gambling.
Man, that lift whale. I'm keeping an eye on that lift whale. I think it was the 618. Yeah, that was that one. The 16 call there. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that one there. The whale still seems to be in 31 days, but they're kind of struggling. I saw lift was up a little bit today on the day. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that plays out there. That's one we kind of looked at a little bit ago. Anything else flow-wise? What's coming in? What's coming in? Iron puts here maybe the 612.39, 22% out of the money, down 5.5% on the day. I just don't like chasing something that's significantly down, and I bet you the
Those are
theta's
down
really
about
high on these.
10% since entry too.
Yeah, the theta's not super high on them. Let me take a peek. IV is pretty elevated on these contracts too. I bet it's 105. Yeah, and I don't like that IV decrease here at the end. And I mean your price is dropping there, so that could be potentially a reason why you're seeing that IV drop there as well. Just look at those. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. So I mean IV spikes when it comes in. Yeah, not enough context in here. I don't like that. I mean it's decreasing couple times here at the end there. Yeah, I'd probably not risk anything on that. Again, I'm not a fan of chasing something that's down 5.5%. I know there's people that are, but hey, there's some more fake calls coming in here too to kind of add into the other context that you're looking at there. Yeah, different contract.
We were looking at FIGR.
Oh, the FIGR. See how much I pay attention? I feel like Tucker. I feel like Tucker in here. This one I'm going to guess we're not going to get any context on this. Maybe. Let's just see. Yeah, I would bet whatever you want that 10, 12, 12 and the 10, 12, 15 are related. The 999 size seems like a very odd number there with one contract before it there. Obviously, we do have some other trades in here. I'd be willing to bet, though, just the way that it kind of hit within that 5-minute time frame, 3 seconds later, I would bet that it's related there. I mean, it's not the best looking there. I'd probably lean buy to open. I'd like that kind of IV increase on the big size and premium there. Anything else on FIG? So we got a little put premium today too. So 717.20 puts also getting hit. These are 14% out of the money. These are up already. 29, 27. I just want to look at that previous. Yeah, that does not look like it's related. Let's go in here, take a peek. I do like the bird commentary in the back too, when it's just dead air and you just hear tweet, 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 tweet.
They're egging us on. They're trying to get us to take a dirty trade.
IV spikes when these come in, spots filling at the ask. Yeah, I mean, these also, I mean, they look buy to open there to me. I don't like kind of taking a name when I see call and put premiums both going up there. It just doesn't give me the cleanest signal. Let's just check our GAM on it. If I could click properly, that would help. So we got a call or absolute GAM at 25, so about $1.75 above us here. Call wall is 25 there, so again, about $1.25 above us there. Put wall's 3% below us there. Yeah, I would I like the calls almost a little bit more just based off that setup there. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at that daily gamma. Yeah, they've been a lot of positive gamma going into that. Yeah, you can see where we're trading right now. We're sitting right above that put wall there, which would be your support there. Call wall up at 25. How's our expirations look? I mean, that most of that's on that 522. I like the 618 expiration. I like time on my contracts. If I'm trading weeklies, man, it's got to be something really quick.
Yeah, you like those monthlies, and then you tend to hold for like just a few weeks at most, right? You got that impatience bug like I do.
Yeah, maybe a week and a half. I mean, kind of the way I track my flow, like it seems like if the flow doesn't move within like 3 or 4 days, I'm probably gonna get out of it just because I can put my capital somewhere else and potentially make money a little quicker here. More Zoom. Well, Zoom puts coming in. Why is Zoom even still like? People still use Zoom?
Do you remember the absolute insanity of every single video conferencing company during COVID? Holy shit, Zoom went crazy, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I did catch that short, y'all, and I think there's more room down, but like I said, the prop firm account that I'm trading has consistency rules, and I'm kind of already above it. But I do got to say, homies, we nailed it. This prop account is up $500 on the day. I'm done. There's no reason for me to push this. This is a great day. I trade tiny contracts on the micros. A $500 day, even on a prop account, is really, really nice. I'm not going to push my luck with this, and I'm also not going to make it fucking impossible for me to take a payout because of their stupid-ass consistency target rules. But, damn good day. I would say we quote-unquote... Oh, wait, they can't even see that I'm not lying. There we go. Now you can see I'm not lying. When we trade on here, you will see them. Every show, when we're done scalping, you're going to see our total P&L to show we're not full of shit or lying to you. I'm still really happy with Anthony's comeback. He was down pretty substantially going into the show and then nailed it. Now he's basically sitting break even. And I want to point something out about that. You don't need to be green to call it a winning day. You don't. You don't need to be green to call it a winning day. You need to obey your rules to call it a winning day. If you have a red day, that's fine. That's still a win if you obeyed your rules and don't blow your shit up. A big win, that's a great win. A small win, that's a great win. A small loss, that's a good winning day. A big loss, chill your shit out, take a couple days off, and then come back after you've reevaluated what you did wrong to get it to a big loss to begin with. Break even is great when you start off red. Now, that doesn't mean he's done for the day, but I am. I'm done scalping.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't have to, you know, lose on that pull. I was looking at Zoom there. Look at 2020, 568 a share.
Chats, bros. Come on. What are you doing?
Ugh. Look at that. The high mid 500s there.
Yeah, that
from
short's
September
still going.
to.
Rules are lame, dude. Once I'm on the cash account, I'm gonna be such a dick about these shorts. Because I won't close them. I will not close them. But rules are rules. That's what you get for trading someone else's capital. It's what you get. I'm going to take that code off. But in case you missed it, nailed it. 25% off first 3 months, your first year on annual. Any tier, anytime. This shit will go away today. Only you viewers get this. All right, punch it. We're back on ZM. Zoom, zoom.
Who
was that?
Yeah,
was
I was just
Mazda?
looking at that 2020. Jeez, dude. I'll always throw in a wrench in my brain, man. I'm not expecting something, and then here he comes. But yeah, look at Zoom back in 2020, obviously because of the lockdown. But look at that. I mean, that was like Peloton too.
Dude,
they
Peloton
were trading
nuts.
Yeah, I mean all the at-home stocks. I mean, what else were you gonna do? But yeah, Zoom, $500 a share, and now we're trading at 83. I mean, I gotta go back and look at Piton too, because I know Piton was a nasty one too. Yeah, 146 a share. Now we're at $6 a share.
Wrong channel,
Tucker.
Tucker, wrong channel.
Oh, God.
Good job, Tucker.
We did get a straight contract request from YouTube, however. He just shared it in the wrong chat.
Perfect.
He dropped it as the PCVX $26 call for 618. Let's see what we got here. A little bit of a bumpy there.
Yes.
I've never heard of this ticker in my life, so I wonder if this triggered a low volume floor, even though it's only 250 contracts.
Yeah, this is
heard
interesting.
of
It's
this
for
ticker.
sure an opening. For sure an opening trade there. That we have no open interest on this. Can't argue anything about that. Context wise from the flow though, I'm not getting much. It's all coming in like one transaction here. So you got, if you come back here and look, so it's telling you there's 3 transactions on this. Transaction 1, transaction 2, transaction 3. Who knows if these are related to each other? It's impossible to know. I mean, it's such small size too.
It's hard to tell.
It's
I usually start having a little bit of a mental cutoff after like minutes, unless I see an equal sized order on the same. Like if we saw another 250 come in 20 minutes later, and all of that carries over, I'm gonna assume it's the same person rounding themselves.
Yeah,
up to
especially
maybe
on something
500.
that has
But yeah, in this
absolutely no
series of
open
orders,
interest.
Yeah, somebody's grabbing them, and if it's equal size, it just feels like stacking their position. But it's hard to tell with those because you have to kind of pay attention to the fact that it's the same size. It could be an in and out intraday. But I don't hate these because they're really close to the money. They've got time on a negative 6% day. This feels like the FIGR calls we looked at earlier.
And I can't confirm it, but again, just my educated guess, I would probably assume it could potentially be related. And the only reason I'm kind of coming to that conclusion is there's no open interest on this. So, I mean, kind of what are the odds that, somebody's getting 2 contracts and then you magically see 254 come in after? I mean, that's just kind of me speculating there. Obviously, we don't know. That it could 100% be random. Somebody could have just rolled the dice on 31 days out. What's the option chain look like on this one? Let's see, PCVX here, PCVX. I just want to see, is it like monthlies? So I mean, yeah, you know what? That kind of, you're only 31. I mean, they only have the monthlies on these here, so I mean, that makes it a little more, potentially could be somebody else, because it's not like there's weekly expirations. Now, if it had every single week expiration, I'd probably likely say it's related. But now, just kind of looking at that, they only have the monthly expiration, or almost quarterly. Almost. I mean, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 expirations there. So I mean, somebody trading. Wait, what's that third? So these are 618.50. So these are. Wait a minute. Did I look at the wrong thing? Am I stupid? PCVX. No, I did look at the right thing. I did look at the right
I was just wondering if you actually wanted an answer to that question.
50 call. For some reason, I thought it was a 30 call. I was like, why are they super deep in the month? Okay, no, the 50 call. I'm just crazy. Yeah, so I mean, there's not really much to kind of go off of. If I'm retail and I'm trading something like this, I'm going to get at the money pretty much, because everything else is just horrible bid-ask spreads on
EQ
that.
Trade asks, what brokerage do I use for live accounts? I use Tradeovate, but that's gonna change when we add our futures only segment for the show. Be quiet about it until then. But I use Tradeovate for my live account, but I will be using something different come the futures only streams.
Woohoo.
Woohoo.
I'm just looking at some of the highest open interest contracts. Not really any signal in that one there. Looks like it's a bunch of probably, I'm going to guess, cross trades in here. Or, yeah, cross and modified trades.
Yep.
Just
modified into a floor.
Ew. Absolutely too messy to even.
Good example if I go ahead and don't look at it anymore when I see that. I mean, right away on that volume profile, I probably would have written this off, to be honest.
Yeah. It was kind of
like every single thing, and they had reporting issues from whatever exchange they were transacting on every single day that this position built up. I got no clue what's going on in there. I'm not even gonna try. That's usually how I think about it.
It looks like a lot of these chains had reporting issues when they came in. So the put had a reporting issue. The call had a reporting issue. Let's see about that third put. Bet you anything reporting issue? Let's see. Oh, he's been. Oh yeah, look
Reporting
at that
issue?
reporting issue. Yeah. So I would probably not even want to touch something
that's
like that.
no
Let's just
touchy
do
for
one
me.
more. Let's do another one here. I bet you want a gas reporting issue. Yeah. Wow.
Choco also dropped another one if you want to pull that quick, Tucker.
I was already on it. There you go.
My man!
Look at that.
It's
Tucker
from,
doing his job.
Chuckamaroo.
Tucker, look at that.
Tucker doing his job. Better go
Okay.
buy a lottery ticket today or something, man.
Yeah.
Better win that
So,
Real quick, Tucker, is that static that keeps popping up at random? Is that coming from his microphone or
trade.
is my audio shit?
Yeah. No,
okay,
it's
it's
because
him.
he's using a headset mic and it
Oh, okay. I was just making sure it wasn't a glitch in the audio because that has happened before. All right, we're good. He's just deep throating his mic per usual.
Yeah.
We're fine.
pretty much. Pretty much. So, this is a good example here. And I'm putting this into our thing so we can come back and look at it. But I would want to definitely double check open interest on this one. So, look at Friday. We had 5,027 contracts traded here. Most of those carried over. So we do have a very similar sized candle, 5100 here. So it's not exactly that same size. We do have a little volume earlier there, about 206. Just because of that sheer, I'm not going to sit here and try to nitpick contracts and be like, well, this is exactly one contract bigger, so it's opening. I'm going to guess it's probably not marked as a full opening trade in here either. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at that. I mean, IVs just kind of, I mean, it's increasing. You get a little drop, and then it comes back, or it drops a little on that bigger size and premium after it's been rising a little bit.
That 210
spot price
fill has my eyebrow up a little bit.
Yeah, the thing I would hold off though, just because of the 5,000 from Friday here.
Yep.
I would want to double check that open interest there.
Identical sizing for the most part.
Yep.
Almost every one of those contracts could be a closure. Keyword almost.
Yep.
It could also be a double
And this
down. It could be a double down. This is one of those where you're just not going to know until the next morning when open interest updates.
There's three things that you're watching for the open interest here, barring, we're just going to say there's no other candles that come in on this. Either that open interest is going to increase by roughly 5,000 again there, which would kind of confirm that potential double down there. Open interest could stay the same, which would mean this original 5,000 whale handed those contracts off onto somebody else, so that would be a no open interest change. Open interest can drop to roughly zero-ish, give or take a couple there, which would mean they close those at the ask. So I mean, you got three potential examples here on what it could be. I don't want to speculate, just because I mean I want to see what the data says. I mean, the whale opened up at 170 there on Friday, and they're 209 here. I mean, that's 39 cents a contract there. What's the percent gain on that? 70, 1720. Like, I mean, that's a 25% gain or so. So I mean, it could potentially be an exit there. You
25% gainer. Does that mean you only do half of the backflip and smoke your head on the ground?
Kind of. Yeah.
Dude, I would pay to watch Anthony try to do a gainer. I'm gonna be honest. I would pay money for that. Should that be the punishment for the next flash sale? If enough people sign up, Anthony has to try to do a gainer on live stream.
That's 500 signups. That. We're gonna need some.
He's like, that's 500 signups and a bonus for the hospital bill.
Yeah, no, that's 500 signups, and then I get 20% of the signups to cover the hospital bill. So you better run that one by Matt.
He's like, yeah, I'll need a car for that. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna need, like, you know, probably spinal surgery after that.
I don't even know if my fat
like,
ass can do a backflip anymore. I don't know if I'm willing to try it on
hey,
live
if you
either.
give me a trampoline, I will. You give me a trampoline, I can.
Get one of the little mini exercise trampolines and just set it up.
No, not one of those. Not one of those. But yeah, the QRVOs, I would double check that open interest tomorrow. We can revisit it on Wednesday too. But yeah, this will be a good example here of just kind of seeing what happens there. Again, you have the three scenarios for that open interest change there. Ooh, we're getting a new low on the day there.
Yeah,
I
that like
should've
I
held my
said,
shorter
like I
low.
said, man, it every time I do this on the prop account, I get a little pissed off. But I'm being good. Technically, if I wanted to, I could extend this to 600 and still be within my consistency target with this particular company's account. But it's close enough. Usually I find when I keep pushing for a few more dollars, I kick myself in the nuts and give half my profit back. No reason to push. We're $100 within the max I'm allowed to make via this consistency rule to stay on target that I want. And a $500 day is fucking great for such a small account and setups. Like the setups I trade and size I trade exactly the same as I would on my cash account, which is, let me tell you, significantly smaller than 50K right now. This is a 50K prop account that's funded. Small size, wide ranges is what I usually do on futures, and $500 is a stellar day. Well above my goal. Usually I try to go that 250 to 300 range, and we're above that, so I'm not going to push it. When I'm on the cash account, once we do futures only episodes, I'm going to push it a little bit, because these setups, every single pop to those averages that I keep an eye on for continuation and trajectory, every single pop has gotten sold off. This was the last short we took that made me stop for the day. It's a vibe today. These are the kind of setups as someone who's like a coward about longs but comfortable with shorts. Me, these are my days. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get back on the cash account for a futures only episode, so I can really start punting shit for people. But hey, we're vibing. It's okay. You don't need to catch the whole move, like I said. You just need to catch a bit of it and catch a nibble. Market's going to do whatever the hell it wants, whether you're in it or not. No reason to be mad. What's up, Tony Perry? You chilling? That better be a genuine hey, and not the last hey that I got that started spamming crypto shit in my chat. You better be a homie, Tony. You better be a homie, Tony.
I want to see what that update on Periscope looks like here in a minute. I'm trying to get a little, maybe one more scalpy poo in here before the end of the show. We'll see.
Trying to pop one on. Don't get cocky about it though. You had a really good comeback from red to basically break even. You don't gotta be a dick about it. Coming back to break even is a win, especially since I already closed it. Damn it. Hey Tucker, do you still have that poll handy? I already closed it. I want to see what the percentage ended at. Yeah. There was only like 10 votes. It's not like a lot of people went because they don't love us.
The poll said, well, I have to vote for a second.
He lost it too. All right.
No, I got it. 67% said yes.
Well, he didn't do it. You guys lose.
Well, not yet. We still got about a half hour. We still got about a half hour to go.
The day's not over.
Yeah, after that last update though, it might be kind of over. So we'll see. I mean, that 73.50 and 73.60 both kind of expanded slightly. Upside just kind of dropping off there. I mean, if I'm going to take anything, it's going to be a short there, and I'm going to need a really good entry, and I'm not seeing a really... Get out of there. Good entry there. I don't even know how that came up there. I was like down here
sometimes too, dude. I think it's just a factor of it being so zoomed. Sometimes the gamma levels are a little small, so they're like kind of inconsequential and unsubstantial, and so the hover over gets weird on those. But
yeah, it usually happens
ever developing,
live.
Ever developing.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting down there. We're getting down there. We're another 30 points. But, I mean, it almost looks like I got some spreads on in here, too. Down there, 73.20 and 15. Yeah, my bias would... My bias would still be downside. I'm just not at a good spot to get an entry here. If I wanted an entry, I'd be kind of targeting that 73.95, maybe the top end of that there, so we hit that positive gamma and they sell into that strength. But all your big bars are down still, so that's. Well, we'll see what happens there. Maybe if we come back up to 73.95 here, I mean 15 points there. I might get it because you are getting your kind of little stair steps down there. Yeah, I'm hands off.
Kind of at the extreme end of that range we painted on SPX at open. But, I mean, every bounce is getting sold off, and they have yet to take out a prior high. So it's been lower highs, lower lows for the last, like, hour. I don't know. We're coming into the lunch hour for the East Coast, about a half hour until. And this is usually where we start seeing volume dry up until we get a Trump tweet yeet, because he tends to do that shit during the lunch hour, too. Which sucks, because usually I go hands off for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, up until half hour before power hour. Then I'll start looking for end of day scalps. But it usually slows down, and then I'll come and just glance at it after letting the dogs outside or something, and we'll be like 100 points lower, and I'll have missed the most glorious short of the day. And then I piss off Anthony and bitch about it.
I'm keeping an eye on energy. Energy's up again today. Do we have? Is there a yields page on unusual whales? I honestly don't know. I've never
Any what?
looked. Oh, hey, they do have bond yields
definition.
in here, do they?
Yeah, just definitions.
Oh,
we don't
for
have,
some
like,
reason
we don't have like yields charts and shit. We don't have the.
Okay,
on
all right,
Yeah,
ignore me.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go on
yeah,
a different
yeah,
screen
yeah,
here. One second here.
Yeah. I mean, if
Let's
you're just
see.
looking at like a news article.
I just wanted to see what that 10-year is doing right now. Well, I suppose I can pop her over. It ain't gonna hurt anything. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on that 10-year. That 10-year has been up a lot. This is a big pop there, 460. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that. Just as that 10-year goes up, typically can put pressure on equities. That is your benchmark lending kind of basic lending there. That's something to kind of keep an eye on there too. Yeah, they're just slamming puts there. Yeah, my feed is pretty quiet. Whatever these BBs here, let's take a peek at these.
BBs. Dude, I miss Butterfinger BBs. Those were the shit. You remember
I don't
those?
know what the hell that
little
is.
balls of
No.
Butterfinger. They always had Bart Simpson as the advertisement. You don't know Butterfinger BBs? Hold on.
Yeah,
Really?
show us a picture. Butterfinger BBs. I've never heard of that in my life.
Open image, new tab. Why did it download the image? The new tab. The fuck? Why? Knock it off. Jesus. There we go. These.
Oh, they're like, they've never been called BBs.
You're
never
thinking
heard
of
them
malt
called
balls.
BBs.
These aren't. They're a malt ball, but instead of the malt,
No,
it's the Butterfinger filling.
I'm not that, because they had them for like Kit Kats too, like where it was like the
those are
circle
yeah.
balls. They had them for reset.
They
like,
still have them for others, but Butterfinger BBs were like huge in the 90s and early 2000s. I don't remember when they came. They might have come out as early as the 80s, but I was not born yet. But dude, these fucked so hard. These were so good, and
like
they just don't have them anymore. They're
like
so
they
damn
have
good.
like the Reese's ones and Kit. Oh god, those are so good. I don't know if they still have those, but oh my god, dude, I fucking eat a fucking pack of Reese's in 2 fucking
Oh yeah, I would
man.
destroy. Yeah.
Oh god.
Instant game over for it.
It's like a movie theater candy. That's what it is.
Somebody does want to take a quick peek-see at AMD.
Yeah, let's go take a little peek there.
You sure,
Let's
Ro.
take
Usadero. Sure, you're Ro.
AMD. So we are kind of seeing some ask side call premium now, with puts kind of dropping. Still, that net volume is negative. Flow wise, let's go in here.
AMD doesn't get quite as impossible to read as Nvidia does, but it is another one of those massive market caps with a lot of volume. So sometimes the reads can get a little messy, but we'll see if we can see anything that's directional in here.
Yeah, and Nvidia earnings will have an impact on AMD too, so just keep that. I mean, Nvidia is going to impact the entire market, so
good time to plug the seldom used correlation dashboard as well. Unusualwhales.com/correlation. You can type in any tickers you want. Here we'll do AMD, Nvidia, NBDA. Jesus Christ! Oh my God, I did it again. There we go. On the 1 year, they have an almost 1-to-1 correlation, right? They're the same sector. They do the same shit. They tend to move in tandem, and you can see this is almost a perfect 1-to-1 correlation. The closer this is to 1, the more correlation there is, direct correlation. The closer it is to -1, the more inverse of a correlation they have, meaning one goes up while the other goes down. If it's like baseline 0 or 0.5 or negative 0.5, there's not a whole lot doing as far as correlation goes. But closer to the extremes of 1 and negative 1 are correlation for 1, negative inverse correlation for negative 1. But this is a really useful thing, especially if you're looking for sympathy plays on earnings and you don't have, you don't have the risk tolerance or the funds to try to play big name contracts. Sometimes you can find a sympathy play using the correlation dashboard. So it's worth having in your back pocket.
Yeah, I'm just kind of scanning the filters here. Yeah, just nothing directional really right now. Let me just put this back up here. Let's just do ask side. Maybe that 6.5, 355. Oh, those already kind of ran a little bit there. 455 trading 491. Hit 584 there for a brief time. They're 16% out of the money. Doesn't look like they took anything off, but doesn't necessarily mean that you should be in it. Let's see. I mean, I like that IV spike there. Spot fills with the ask. IV stays up. Yeah, it looks good again. I mean, AMD or NVIDIA is going to impact AMD. Then how about these puts here too? Again, another 15% out of the money. These ones also. Let's just see. A nice little IV spike there. So it is saying we're going to repeat it. It's descending fill. It looks like it's right there on 10 contracts, coming in a cent below the ask. Not a huge deal. A little 19 there too, but we come back up. Fill the ask. Yeah, there's some that are filling just slightly below that kind of ask there throughout the tape. I don't necessarily always like seeing that there. Like if it's on one contract, that's not a big deal. But I mean, we've had it on, about 28 contracts there. Then you have it on, so 38 plus another 19. I mean, about almost 70 contracts there, kind of including some of the other stuff in there too. How big was this thing? 1,800 contracts. So, I mean, it's a not a significant part of the trade, but just it's kind of some little red flags that I'm seeing there. I kind of don't know if I like them just with seeing the NVIDIA put premium kind of dropping. Obviously,
out of the money, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and anything with NVIDIA earnings to 120% of the money. How about those ones?
Dude, that'd be nuts. But I mean, it's got time. They could catch a little wild ride of implied volatility to the upside if it really
I mean, these
pumps.
are just.
But it's gonna move with air quotes. That's so far out the money, dude.
I mean, these were trading at 670 last week.
Yeah, if they get a nice, 5 to 10% pop in AMD during that time frame, those will print. Like. God, those are out of the money.
Yeah, I mean, like there's that
There's like no delta at all. Well, you'll start seeing that the farther out of expiration you go anyway.
Yep.
But those are crazy out of the money. That's just. Hey, the last time I said something like that on the show, it fucking happened. So I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I'm gonna say not too much on AMD for contracts right now. Let me take a peek at that gamma profile on it. We got absolute gamma at 450. So I mean, it's about 35 bucks up above. Wait, 20. Geez, my math, 23 bucks above. No, 28. Geez, man.
Whew. You got it.
Me and math, not the best of friends there. So I mean, yeah, that absolute gamma is up there. Just kind of looking on it, acceleration's about 1.2% above. Acceleration's about 4.1%. We got a put wall at 400 there. Yeah. I mean, if you get a retest of 400 there and that absolute gamma stays up there, just from a gamma standpoint, that would not be a bad spot. It's saying it is a distant floor though. Even with that absolute gamma, I mean, that's kind of a distant top in there too, a little bit. 30 bucks above. Well, yeah, it's trading almost right in the middle there too, where you don't get that kind of clean view. I almost kind of like this page a little bit better, but like
I
you
just
can
like
see we're
seeing the stacked positions personally. That's just a preference.
yeah,
And plus, with the way I use Periscope, I'm just looking at reddy, greeny, orangey, purple. You know, I do
pretty
like
much.
the stacked view personally.
Yeah, I do too. Then you can kind of see where that all that net gamma is on there too.
Yeah.
I like that a little bit more. But yeah, this I mean you're sitting kind of in the middle of again quote unquote just very layman's terms of support and resistance. I mean your support down there, your put walls at 400, your call walls at 450. You're pretty much right in the middle there. So I would gamma flip down at 298.88. Yeah, I don't think that gamma flip's gonna really matter right now. Just $200 down. But yeah, not really seeing much for AMD there. Anything the last couple days. I mean, premium's just kind of flatlining there. Little bid side call action on Friday, but yeah, I mean, pretty flatlining after the big move up there. What do we got for an implied move over the next couple? I mean, it's up to July. I mean, plus minus 18%. That is crazy to think that you're going to see that big of a move there with no, I mean, expected major catalyst coming in.
Right.
Because we don't have earnings until August. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's.
They had theirs at the beginning of May.
Yeah, I would, I keep an eye out for some flow. I think, let me just check one thing in here. I believe I had something. There were these which could be of interest here. The 529, 255 puts. These look like short puts here. They're 40% out of the money with 11 days to go on there. Whales all still in those there. I mean, a 40% drop, pretty unlikely. Obviously, anything can happen, but
And they're already down 50% from entry as well,
yeah,
which
yeah,
adds a little credence to that. I would imagine we'll see this make it to expiration. Let's save it just so we can talk shit. I imagine this contract will stay in full to expiration unless they close it at like a penny each instead of letting it expire word. Which wouldn't make sense to me. I don't think it's going to drop 50% in 11 days.
No.
That'd be nuts. The Bears would probably be dirtying their pants in a good way for them. But I don't see.
Yeah, I mean, this thing barely has a delta. Even if it drops 10, 15%, and we're getting closer to expiration, that theta's eating those things away.
Yeah.
By then, I mean, expiration, I mean, you need at least a 36% drop.
I just like how the profit calculator shows the like real extremes. Like down there, if AMD dropped into the 150s, you're making 95,000%.
Yeah, I always find it interesting, but like that's what I'm looking for. Like if I'm selling premium, I like seeing that flow that's very far out of the money, shorter dated. Greeks not good if you're selling. I wonder how those Uber put sales are doing. 75 looks like we're about 52 today, so I mean just slowly declining there, slowly declining. Like these Intel puts here, like these are kind of a good example here too. Ugh. When do these things come in? 512. I just want to get the
these
date
are a good
there,
example.
So, okay.
Ugh.
Well, I was looking at it there. It looks like they might have bought those back. There, 11,000 there, 11,000 here. Why would you buy those back? 11% out of the money. 51 for 59, maybe. I mean, hard to know until we see that open interest update. But yeah, that's. I mean,
Did they
they're
panic
11%
out
out
with
of
the
the money.
drop today? Because the drop's not really particularly big. And again, everything we talk about, anything anyone looking at flow talks about, is speculative unless you are the person who made that trade. You don't know for sure what they're doing. Data and context clues can only do so much. You're not going to know exactly what a trader's doing unless you are that trader. But this does look like in out to me. But we'll have to wait for open interest on that. It would be weird to me to close a short there.
Yeah, I mean your thetas. I mean, you need a $3 move to the downside on Intel just to even offset 1 day of theta there, and these are 11% out of the money. It's odd to me. It's odd. Maybe it could be somebody else just tailing I mean, who knows? Who knows? Intel gets a lot of volume, and even this, I mean, there are a lot of kind of volume spikes on
Yeah.
it now too. Yeah, we'll check that one, but I'm just kind of looking here. I mean, 11 days, so what's that? The 22nd there? I don't know why I just didn't look there. I mean, tomorrow, I mean, to even see like, I mean, you get a 3% drop, you'd see technically 17% on the contracts, but if they're selling them, I mean, that looks like a sell more so than anything. 'Cause, I mean, you look at that tape, it's all at the bid.
Perfect bid at that. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
and it
some
moves
little
with the bid-ask
bits.
spread. As the bid-ask spread rises, it's still filling at the bid.
Yeah. Yeah, I
With
mean,
all that
they
open
look
interest,
like
though,
a.
man.
Yeah, that's. I mean, when they came in that day, let me just make sure I'm talking about the right day. 'Cause,
Yeah, the 12th.
yeah, it was the 12th. Yep, I was correct. Yeah, I was like, what am I messed up? Yeah, I mean, that's 11,000 contracts there. You look at the 12th, it was only 5,900 open, so it was definitely an opening trade. Most of that carried over. There's just a lot of contracts that change hands
Yeah.
on this thing, so it's But yeah, curious to see what happens with that one. Curious to see what happens there. I'm so happy I got all those AMD calls collecting that premium. That was terrifying for a
was your big
little
ball
bit there.
swinging trade there because that
Yeah, that was.
went, it was.
I mean, they were still.
It was a safe trade. You were nowhere near the money, but when shorting calls is nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Did you at least have shares that you were protected?
Yes,
Thank
yes.
God.
I
all right.
yeah,
So
no, I will not. I do not sell naked contracts. I do not sell naked
hit,
contracts.
but you wouldn't get your ass.
Yeah,
rolled.
I do
dude,
not.
I'm just
I do not sell
at-
naked contracts. Yeah,
Dude,
that's
you held through that whole spike.
Yeah, and I should have took
Holy
out. I should have took out the same day. I went a little further out of the money though than
Still.
the original 485. I sold 500. So I mean,
Even if I was confident that shit wasn't gonna happen, I would be freaking out
Yeah,
right there because that entry short was like $1.40, and these pumped to almost $10 a contract.
Yeah.
That's being negative.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's being negative
Yep.
1,000%. So with selling calls, y'all, technically puts don't have unlimited upside because stocks can only go to zero. It's not like oil where you can go negative. You'll still get blown up because depending on how expensive the stock is, it can go to zero technically. Calls have potentially unlimited upside. So if you sold a contract you don't have for $1.40 and that stock squeezes, you can go -% big time. And that's exactly what happened with this AMD position. They sold to open at $1.40 and they went as high as almost $1,000 per contract. That's -900%. Like owing money. You owe money if you go red on a call contract. Nope. I could see collars around shares though. Like that's fine. That's fine. If all your risk is
not
you lose
naked,
your shares,
not naked contracts. Yeah. Never naked contracts. Never.
I would have been sweating
absolutely
bullets.
Not. But I mean, I sold 500s too. So I mean, they did get up to 466, but with how short dated that is, I mean,
you were
another.
Probably, and plus the percentage negativity there's probably nowhere near as bad as it was on the 485s.
Yep. Yeah.
But man, how much would it
was...
suck to short for like $50 and then $5,000 as a result? Oh my God.
Yeah. You got. I'm usually cautious on it. I should have took it that same day. Usually, I mean, if I get a good decline in the contracts there that same day, like I will like they were down 40% that same day, and I'm like, I'll swing them over because I think I don't recall correctly, but I think it might have been a Thursday or Friday that they initially came in. I don't want to go back to it. I'm lazy.
Yeah,
but,
fair enough.
Yeah, that weekend I was like, the weekend, and then we gap up on Monday. I'm like, shit. But it worked out. Usually the Theta Gang plays. I'd say 8 out of 10 times they work out if you position correctly. I mean, about 75% of contracts expire out of the money, so that is typically, you sell something far out of the money, short dated, it's going to probably expire out of the money. Obviously, anything
Definitely
can happen.
manage your risk regardless.
Yes.
You can
exactly.
you can ask the big brains that shorted Volkswagen into a squeeze, or the big brains that shorted car into a squeeze, or GameStop into a squeeze. Just because logic says it's not going to happen doesn't mean it won't, especially when the funds start trying to nuke each other, which is what happened with GameStop in a big way. As much as the Ape Crew wants to believe, that was not all retail fuel. The initial pop definitely was. That was a big movement. It was really cool to see. All of the crazy shit that started happening, that was funds trying to nuke and liquidate each other with that shit. And that's why we had such severe swings at random, it seemed. A lot was going on in that. So you can ask them how they feel about it's not going to go that high. I'm sure they'll say
anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
We're coming up on our 3-hour mark. I'm going to flip this back over. I'm going to delete that. That's the wrong shit. I'm going to change this to this, because just because we're over doesn't mean the late joiners aren't going to get the show's discount. Baby, let's go! I said if we nailed it on trading, we would nail it for the discount, and we nailed it. So 25% off any subscription tier. First 3 months on the monthly. First annual on the year. We don't do 25% discounts anywhere but on the show, and only the people who watch the show will even see that they exist to begin with. Pretty dope. This week, this is going to be... We got 2 shows Wednesday, right? Yeah, we got the morning show, and then we're going to do NVIDIA Power Hour. Tune into that. I might do this one more time on Wednesday. So tune in, start to finish, both the morning and the afternoon session. It's probably going to be the last one for a while. So tune in if you miss out on this one today. If you're coming in and watching the recording, that code's going to work until probably late afternoon. But after that, it's gone. And then I'm probably only doing one more this week, and then who knows when it'll come back. We don't do 25% sales. I'm surprised they let me do it at all, let alone repeatedly. But we're going to fuck off on that this week after Wednesday. This code is nuked today. This will be gone. Last chance, last call on the Nailed It for 25% off. But that said, folks, we're going to start building out the show a little bit more. We're going to start looking at getting some guests on and some other traders to trade their style, maybe teach a little bit how they do things while Anthony and I sit on the back end and pretend we know what we're talking about like we usually do. I want to start scheduling more long-term investment guys on here as well to break down investment dividends type shit. And I really want to get a market psychologist on to talk a little bit about how your brain reacts to trading and how you can shut it the hell up when it starts doing weird shit like mine does. So we're going to be planning that out moving forward in the coming weeks. We'll have traders on, we'll have experts on. Let us know who you guys want to see. If you have a favorite trader or a favorite institutional guy that's really smart that you see on interviews and shit, let me know at NicholasFNS on Twitter. Just let me know. Let me know who you want to see. I'll see if I can get them on. We'll get a little education going. A little bit of fresh face, so it's not just we 3 white boys hanging out looking like dumb fucks all day. With that said, there's the code one more time. Nailed it. 25% off. We will see you guys on Monday morning and Monday afternoon for NVIDIA earnings watch party. Thanks for kicking it with us,
I think you mean
guys.
Wednesday.
Yes, what I
think
meant.
you mean Wednesday.
What did I say, Monday?
Yeah.
Monday. I'm a dick. Wednesday morning we'll see you, and Wednesday afternoon for an NVIDIA watch party. Maybe we'll take some future scalps during the earnings drop. We'll see how daring we're feeling and how volatile it is. Otherwise, folks, thanks for kicking it with us for 3 hours, listening to us talk our shit. We went, I think, 6 for 8 on NQ scalps. I don't know what the count was on MES, but he went from broke to break even, and that's a good day regardless. And he did not nuke it like I thought he would, so he's still vibing. He's still living.
Hey, Wednesday's another day.
Wednesday's
another day.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Or tomorrow.
We'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Take care.
See ya.